What is up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Dimes, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to TPL Live. Today is our Sixers versus Mavs watch party. It's good to be back, man. I haven't done one of these in quite some time. I needed some time off. I've been really kind of diving into the NFL draft and my second love, which is WandaVision and the MCU. It's been a blast. Today, the Philadelphia 76ers take on the Dallas Mavericks. The Sixers sit at 21-11. The Dallas Mavericks are 15-15. Lots going on with the Philadelphia 76ers, whether it's Kyle Lowry and the upcoming trade deadline and all that stuff. A lot to talk about. The upcoming All-Star game. Did Ben Simmons deserve it over Tobias Harris? Let us know in the comments section. Should Tobias Harris have made it in the All-Star game? Let us know in the comments. Joining us now is my man Mike, the host of the Killing Me Smalls podcast. Follow him on Twitter at RealMikeSmall. Mike, what's happening, dude?
Wow, my light is really strong. Let me back this down a little bit. What's going on? Oh, my boy Dylan. Now it's this is great.
Man, is this a crossover pod or what?
Hold on, I gotta get one other bozo in here.
Oh no, I'm worried. Should I be worried?
One other bozo's joining.
This is the GOAT one. This is great.
Oh, man. We've got Spitballing and Faithful Fanatics and Suit Up and TPL Live and Party and Killing Me Smalls. It's a hot mess.
Oh no.
Oh man.
My goodness, what is going on again? Guys, Sixers take on the Mavs tonight. My gosh, what is your gut feeling? Like, all signs point to an easy Sixers W. You look at their rebounding percentage, among the worst in the NBA. You look at the Sixers defensively, no Porzingis. You look at Ben Simmons versus Luka Doncic in 2 games. Luka is shooting 8 of 31 from the floor, 2 of 11 from 3. Ben locking up Luka has to be one of the biggest storylines in this game. Everything points to a really easy Sixers comfortable W, but like the I'm in my mid-30s, so the Sixers fan in me is like, oh, I'm scared shitless because everything points to an easy win. It's not the way it always goes, my man. So let's start off with Mike. Mike, what's your expectations on tonight's game?
Well, a couple things to think about. One, you're absolutely right. I mean, last time the Sixers played Dallas, Luka's body language was like, I don't want any part of Simmons. Like, he looked by the third quarter like he didn't want to deal with it. But I do recall a game last year that I was at when the Sixers played Dallas, and it was one of the 2 home losses of the entire year. And it was when Rick Carlisle unleashed the zone. So having Seth Curry back is going to help. They're going to have to hit 3-point shots if they're going to deal with this zone. But, no Porzingis. It feels like a win.
What about you, Dylan? What's your gut feeling on tonight's game?
It feels like a win, but you know better than think it's going to be a blowout. Dibes, come on now. No, it should be a win. You brought up the rebounding numbers. I just talked about that a couple minutes ago. Like, Luka's their leading rebounder with 8.6 per game, and their second rebounder at 8.2 per game is out in Porzingis. And then the next person after that averages like 4.9 per game. They don't rebound well as a team or individually. The one thing that I brought up that's going to be interesting that I think could decide this game a little bit or play a big role is the turnover battle. Yeah. So I told Gint, the Mavs are 28th in steals per game. Like, they won't turn you over a lot, but they're 3rd in turnovers offensively, so they don't cough up the ball. While the Sixers are 3rd in steals, but 27th in turnovers. So which team, can control that battle? If Dallas, gives us a hard time and it's one of those 21 turnover type games for the Sixers, I think it's a long night. But Dallas doesn't turn you over a lot. And I think Joel and Ben and Toby should eat in the paint tonight, and Sixers take down the Mavs.
You talk about turnovers, you talk about Ben Simmons' this tear that he's on. You look at the last handful of games, 11% turnover percentage, 7, 13.4, 11, 5.5, 18. We're talking about a guy that led was one among the top in the league in turnover percentage, and he has really not only upped his scoring, but has really decreased that turnover percentage, which is pretty much not everything, but among the many things that we need him to correct early on this season. Gint, what's your vibe this game?
Yeah, and just to bring up what you just said about Ben's turnovers, because he was throwing what Jason Blevins called a lot of pick sixes, where he would in the lane, do that 180 and just try to make a pass that was never there.
I hate that play.
Yeah. It would lead to live ball turnovers. It'd be easy baskets. But, yeah, I mean, this team is a two-headed horse, and one of the heads isn't playing tonight. So, I mean, like you said, know your scouting report, and don't let this dude go for 42, 16, and 12 and make it an interesting game is basically the biggest key to me. And Ben has proven that he can do that, so we'll see.
All right,
the game I went to that I talked about before, Dibes, last year, you know who went crazy was Tim Hardaway Jr. For some reason, the guy shoots like 80% against the Sixers. I have no idea why. But I don't know. It's a different team. It's different coach. It's all different. I don't see it. I think it should be a fairly easy victory, especially with the Mavs coming off that improbable win last game when Luka hit that buzzer beater
against the non-All-Star Jason Tatum.
You mean the out of the playoffs Boston Celtics?
Yo, I will just let you know because I got to hop off in a minute. You guys are going to be going through this all night long.
All night long. It's the new James Harden. It's the new James Harden.
Usually the most common word's Korkmaz. Now it's Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
Hey, just a real quick question: Is Lowry suiting up tonight or no? Is this done or no?
I haven't heard.
I don't know.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Oh, I thought you meant Toronto had a game tonight and he wasn't playing.
I heard his kids are at Malvern Prep. They're figuring out getting tuition, getting ready.
Yeah.
Dylan, would you do the deal before you leave? Would you do the deal for Kyle Lowry?
Absolutely. I would do it for either one of them. I would rather give up Tyrese Maxey than Matisse Thybulle because of fit with this current team. I don't, even in 2 to 3 years from now, I don't know what Tyrese Maxey's fit is on this team with a young Ben Simmons point guard, a young Shake Milton point guard. I like Tyrese Maxey a lot, but it's not like you're selling the farm for 1 year Kyle Lowry. I'm talking about giving up one young asset, Danny Green, maybe Mike Scott or Terrence Ferguson for the money and a draft pick or two. So, yeah.
Mike, you're shaking your head. Like, hell's yeah?
Hell yeah. I would have done the Harden deal. Honestly, they can have Maxey and Matisse.
Oh,
and, Maxey, as long as they know they can re-sign him.
Yeah, that
he says he's going to sign for a couple. I mean, I wouldn't give him a max contract at 35 years old, but if they can figure out a way to kind of have a handshake agreement, we're going to let you spend the next 2-3 years here. They can have both of them. It's fine. I mean, I love them both. I actually think, I saw the Twitter battles going back and forth today. I actually would rather keep Maxey because I think Maxey does have the ability to shoot and will have the ability to shoot with an offseason or two, where Matisse, I don't know what he's going to do offensively. He's so uncoordinated on offense, but he's amazing on defense. But you know what? You can find those guys. If you're going to keep Ben Simmons, Matisse a luxury at this point. And if I can bring in Kyle Lowry and have an alpha dog, an adult in the room, and the ability to, help lead that team. A lot of people talk about Kawhi being the leader of that Toronto team. He was not. It was Lowry. And if I'm keeping, if I'm keeping Lowry with Embiid and Simmons, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'd love to keep Danny Green too, because I know that he is the anti-Sixers Twitter guy because for a lot of reasons, but I think there's a big part of him that's really helped this team this year. And if there's a way to keep Danny Green and Lowry, I'd be really psyched about that. And if you can move Seth Curry to the bench, all of a sudden you have Seth Curry and Shake coming off the bench, then you fixed your bench scoring. I like it. I would love to do it.
Before I hop off, Dibes, let me just say this. There's two things. A, when Daryl Morey is on the phone call, the only question that has to be asked is, does he move the needle and make you a contender right now? I think he does.
Okay.
B, Joel Embiid's ready now. There's no more in a year, 2 years from now, Joel will be ready. Joel Embiid's ready now. Do whatever the hell it takes to go get him. I'm sorry. I like Tyrese Maxey. I'm not waiting on Tyrese Maxey in 2 to 3 years from now to blow up. So I'm doing it now.
What about you, Gang?
Later, boys.
Later, Dylan.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as Dylan and Mike as well. I would love to do the deal. If I had to give up one, I would give up Maxey as well. I just think if you look at the wings in this Eastern Conference and where you have to get, which is to the NBA Finals, you look at Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Kevin Durant, James Harden, you're going to need bodies that can defend these wings. So if you make that move for Kyle Lowry and you give up Danny Green and Matisse Thybulle, you're giving away 2 out of your 3 guys that you can throw at those type of players. So I think if they were to do that deal and Matisse was going, I think someone would be coming as well, like a Taurean Prince or another body that you can throw at those guys. Not saying they're the answer to Kevin Durant or James Harden or Giannis, but it's just another body.
You know, Dibes, I've been wondering all week long why Toronto would do that deal. They're in the mix. They are relevant. They're good. Their defense is as good as any team I've seen all year, at least against the Sixers. They make it tough, and they're coming together, and they've got a little magic with Boucher, and I really like their team, and I think they have a run in them. And if you're gonna trade the guy because it's the end of his contract, do you want to trade him to one of your arch rivals in the East? I don't know. I love the idea. I really want to do the trade, but I just don't know why Toronto would do it.
I see it on both ends. I've been struggling with this one for the last several days. On one end, Kyle Lowry is that Marcus Smart. I see Kyle Lowry as that Marcus. I hate Kyle Lowry. Again, you know I hate Nova guys, and he's that pesky, like a-hole basketball player that you would love to have on your team, and that's how I view Marcus Smart. He's clutch. He's a guy that you could put on the court in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes or left. That's what you need. That's what we're talking about. On the Daryl Morey side, he's here for 3 years. The championship window is 3 years. And does he move the needle? I don't think so. I don't think Kyle Lowry makes a difference against Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. On the other end, are those 3 even going to be healthy come playoff time? That's another question. On my end, I don't want to trade Tyrese Maxey. I see so much potential in the pick and roll. This guy has just an immense ceiling being a lead guard in the pick and roll with his floater. I think the shooting will improve. We haven't even begun to see his defensive potential. This guy was one of the best defenders in the pick and roll in college his freshman season. So there's that to even that we haven't even touched yet. So on my end, I would not trade Maxey. I would trade Matisse Thybulle. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, 2-3 zone. You can go. You're not even going to run it against these top teams in the playoffs anyway. But as someone who thought that Matisse was as good as gone, there has got to be something to be said about how impressive this dude has been over the last month plus.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers, the players around him have praised Matisse Thybulle. He's been one of the main reasons why they're number 1 in the East. And we can talk about all these other guys like Doc unleashing Tobias Harris, Doc really finding Danny Green and Seth Curry and the spacing and all that stuff. But Matisse has been one of the main factors that they have really thrived as of late. And it would be sad to see him go because I love Matisse Thybulle. I love all my young guys. That's my blood. My blood is watching young guys develop. That's why I do all these pods on the NFL draft and the NBA draft, and that is me to my core. So it would be hard to see him go, but Matisse would be the one that I would send out. I would love to get Kyle Lowry in here. I don't think it means you beat the Brooklyn Nets. That being said, it's a 3-year window. Like Dylan said on the Daily Dose, Joel Embiid, 40 minutes of that guy in a game, I don't think anybody's beating that. And I think that is what really kind of the main point is here, that you put guys around Joel Embiid right now. So I get it on both ends. I would do it for Matisse Thybulle out, not Maxey, as stupid as that probably sounds.
No, I agree with you, but can I debate you on something?
Go.
You don't think it moves the needle in a series against the Nets?
I think if the Nets are fully healthy, one of the Achilles heels of the Sixers is stopping dribblers penetrating and finishing around the rim. And he doesn't bring any kind of solution to that. I think here's my point. My whole point of this is I'm not someone that wants to win right now this year. I am someone that's more actually coming into this season. I was open to having the Sixers take a step back and kind of see what they got and see what their DNA is. Now that the Sixers are winning and Tobias Harris is playing like he did in 2018 under Doc Rivers and the Clippers, and
so you want to be Andy Reid. You want to be in contention every year, and if it happens, it happens.
I don't think this is like the only MVP season that Embiid's going to have. Like, I don't see the reason to jump in right now. And I don't want to is there other options? I think the smarter play is to build the bench from there and then hopefully see what you got next year or the year after that.
I just think that with Joel Embiid's injury history and all it took to get him to where he's at right now, and with Ben Simmons finally playing like he's supposed to play, I just don't think you waste these opportunities because we see what happens in the NBA. You could have Joel Embiid wake up in 6 months from now and say, I want to trade. You could have Ben Simmons go to Clutch and say, I need to be in LA. This thing could end any minute. And I think as long as you have these opportunities, you've got to capitalize on it. And I think that if you're matching up with the Brooklyn Nets, you have Kyle Lowry irritating the crap out of Kyrie Irving. You can have, which he can do. You can have Simmons on Harden, and you can have Embiid on Durant, or Tobias on Durant and Embiid helping out. And it is a much different series than it would be today. And I also think that Brooklyn would have no answer for Embiid, and they would have less of an answer if you had another threat out there like a Kyle Lowry where they couldn't double and triple team Embiid. So to me, he moves the needle. I love the deal. I would trade Matisse in a heartbeat and a pick. If they want Maxey instead, I'm with you. I prefer Maxey. I think he has more upside.
I could be totally wrong. I think
I'm agreeing with you. I totally agree with you.
I think the nuts and bolts of this team, where they're going to win it, is what we saw that first half of the season, which was done defensively. The true DNA of this team is defensively. I don't see any way, even just Kyle Lowry being able to keep up offensively with the Brooklyn Nets. And I think you're going to have to build the bench, focus on building the bench and truly getting it done defensively, especially when Ben and Joel are off the court. Any thoughts on that? Good. Sorry, man.
No, you're good. Keep going. But something I was going to ask you, because you did the draft party that night, and we got blessed that Tyrese Maxey was there, considering he was the best player available. But that night, you said you would have rather had a Tyrell Terry, maybe even a Desmond Bane, and someone that would stretch the floor.
Oh, he's got receipts.
So I think you took Tyrese Maxey knowing that the fit wasn't the best, but knowing there was another move in your back pocket eventually. Now, we all probably thought it was going to be Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, which are now beyond a pipe dream with the way those two are playing. Basically what my point is, how many opportunities are you going to have to take a shot to get above the hump? Not saying Kyle Lowry might not be the best player in the next 3 years that you could have taken a shot on, but it's in 3 years, if we don't win and we look back and say, wow, Kyle Lowry was there and we didn't take that shot. That's what I don't want to happen. Because like you said, Ben could go to Clutch and say, can you get me on LeBron's team? Joel Embiid could do God knows what, but something could happen. And I don't want to miss out on this opportunity.
So you don't think that there's going to be better alternatives than Kyle Lowry over the next year or so?
I don't know. I don't know.
Over the next year, yes. But this season, I agree with you. I don't think, I agree. Bradley Beal is not going anywhere at the trade deadline. I think it's very unlikely that Zach LaVine's going anywhere. Could you get, something on the margins like Bielitsa? Yeah, but what's that going to do for you in the playoffs? He's probably not playable in the playoffs because he can't guard anybody. I mean, Kyle Lowry is it for this team in terms of what's available now and what will be available in the very, very, very near future. And I just don't think you waste these opportunities. I really, really don't. I think that, I love the idea, you're in process mode looking at the next 3-4 years down the road, but the window is now. You went all in last year and it didn't work. You're kind of halfway all in this year. And the other thing that scares me is a lot of these wins this year have been fool's gold. I mean, the Sixers have beaten a lot of teams without players because of injuries, without, coming off back-to-backs. And, they've been very, very fortunate. The second half of the schedule is a lot tougher. And I'm not sitting back saying, you know what, they're number one in the East because they're the best team. I don't feel that way. I feel like they might be the second or third best team. And, I think a lot of their wins have been fool's gold. And I think if you're just going to kind of ride this thing out, and just build at the margins on the bench, I think you're mistaken. I think you've got to go for it.
I mean, isn't that why we brought in Daryl Morey? Like, is
Exactly.
that not the reason we brought in Daryl Morey? I'm not arguing. I'm to the core someone that would rather build, a perennial contender. You're 100% right, Mike. You capitalize on Joel Embiid playing some of the best basketball we've ever seen from a big man, period. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. And we got my man Justin joining. What's going on, Justin, man?
My microwave's going off as soon as I have to unmute my mic, so that's great. But what's up, everybody?
Little ramen noodles before the game. Nice.
Listen, I wasn't able to eat dinner. I just got off a work shift, so I'm now ran right back to my room, and I get together my setup, making a hot pocket right now. So hot pocket, please sponsor our watch parties. For I'm shouting you out.
Wait a minute, are you about to give the hot pocket take of the week? Is that what's about to happen here?
Listen, only if I'm paid for it. No free shout outs, I guess. But listen, I hope everyone's doing well. I mean, what I seems like I came into a very interesting conversation about whether or not we want to make some trades. So, and this is something I actually been talking about as well a lot, not even like around campus with people who are Sixers fans. There's a lot of Sixers fans that go to Shippensburg University, I'll tell you that much. But because the rumors with Kyle Lowry this morning, I decided to put out a tweet just trying to get people's opinions. I don't know how many people, let me check real fast. I only had 59 people vote on it, but out of the 59 Sixers fans that voted on it, 76% of them say they want to go out and get Kyle Lowry on this team. So that's
I mean, Dives asked a great question. And I want to make sure that I give him a shout out for that. If you don't do the Lowry deal, what's going to be out there? And I think that's a part of this. There's a lot of teams that think they're in it. So, like a team like Washington, they're in it enough, to not want to break up because Bradley Beal makes them good enough to be slightly relevant. So, I mean, Sacramento's in it. So you're not going to get Buddy Hield or anyone like that. Who, Orlando, you don't want Nick Vucevic. Is Evan Fournier going to put you over the top? So what is really out there? Kyle Lowry is, in my opinion, is the best fit of anybody that is or could be out there. And I think, Dives, that's a great question because I think that's part of the calculus here is to try to figure out what is the window. Is it time to jump in now? If so, what's the cost? If not, what are the options? And I think it's a really, really good question.
Yeah, can I jump in on that one a little bit? Yeah. I don't know how many other people talked about this, so I don't still want to step on people's toes. But okay. I don't. It's definitely something that it's a Daryl Morey question if you really think about it. Like this is the time where it's okay. We can go for moves like this, but is this what we want? Are we building for the future? Are we building to put future assets around Embiid and Simmons, or are we building right now and trying to say, okay, are we just going to go for it? I think that's what the Kyle Lowry move is, like you were saying, and it's part of, and this is why it's tough for me because I'm with it and against it at the same time. I'm like, okay, Kyle Lowry can make sense on this team in some aspects of his game and can make this team better than what you have right now at that guard position. He can, obviously. But one of my issues with it is with the amount that you may have to give up for a guy like that when you could possibly get him this offseason. He's an expiring deal and he's got a lot of cap on it. He's got a lot of money on his. He's making almost 30 million or above 30 million?
34, I think.
Yeah, so my thought is are you giving up too much depth just to bolster your starting lineup there? Because, and mind you, like, not that our depth is amazing anyway. Like, realistically, our backups aren't like some star backup players. But that's what makes me almost rather say, okay, rather than go out and get a guy that's making $30 million, do you want to try and get other role players that look better around your stars, guys like a Wayne Ellington, guys like I would even be more comfortable with getting a JJ Redick, I think, than a Kyle Lowry right now, purely based on money and trying to put better shooters around your stars. And that's my only real mindset with that. And even I don't even like the idea of JJ because he's making a lot. Like I like the idea of a guy like Wayne Ellington or Nemanja Bjelica because, yes, they're 1-year contracts, but they're cheaper contracts, and you don't have to give up as many bench assets to go get them just to bolster a starting lineup.
Hey, guys, the only thing that I'll push back on, it's a great comment. The only thing, I'm Mr. Pushback today. The only thing I'll push back on you is I heard an interview with Daryl Morey last week on Missinelli where he was talking about why add to the bench for the 7th, 8th, 9th guy. That doesn't put you over the top because these guys aren't going to play much in the playoffs anyway. But if you get a starter, what you're doing is you're putting a Seth Curry on the bench, which bolsters your bench, which is exactly what you want. And you're making your starters fit better and be better. So that's why, to me, if you can get Kyle Lowry and make him your 2 guard, handle, I guess the positions don't actually matter with Ben Simmons on the floor.
Nope.
You're improving your bench and your starting 5.
My only concern is and it's kind of similar to what Dunder just said here. I feel like we rushed into it with a slightly not mature team. Actually, I didn't read the end of it. Rushed into it was the part that caught me. I feel like last year when we went, or like even 2 years ago when we kind of just went for it, we were like, okay, let's trade for Tobias Harris, let's trade for Jimmy Butler, let's trade for let's sign Al Horford. Like, I feel like we went for that big, like those big name players or guys that we thought were going to bolster the starting lineup. When in all reality, we've seen how well this team plays when you have guys shooting well on the outside. Now, I agree with you. I see what you're saying, and it makes sense realistically. Like playoff wise, those guys at the end of the bench are not going to be getting as many minutes. And excuse me, as my microwave is about to beep. Hold on.
Kyle Lowry's shooting nearly 40% from 3 on 7+ attempts per game.
Yeah, and just to jump in real quick, because I'm going to jump off right before the game starts, but I don't see the point of signing guys like Mike said earlier that aren't going to be your 6th or 7th guy off the bench. Like we saw JJ Redick. JJ Redick is not very playable, especially if you're going to play the Brooklyn Nets in a playoff series. Where does JJ Redick fit in guarding these guards that are going to shoot 20 times a game? So I don't see why you don't make a move that you're swinging for a home run. You're not suicide squeezing for.
I would just rather, if we're swinging for a home run, go for an actual home run, not a 1-year deal. Kyle Lowry. I would rather go for Levine if we're going to go for big money.
That's gone.
He's not going to be available.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know, but that's my mindset. It's like I understand that. Then that makes sense. Like I don't expect guys like that to be available. But if you're going to go for a guy who's making $30 million and mess up your bench more than it already is, I don't see
a guy that's not going to play. Tyrese Maxey's probably not going to play in the playoffs.
But you're not going to be you're not just losing Tyrese Maxey going after Kyle Lowry. You're also losing Danny Green. You're also losing Mike Scott.
You know what, guys? Look at the Boston Celtics.
You're not wrong, Matt. You're not.
Where the Boston Celtics are right now. You know what? Danny Ainge did not go for the home run. He got a bunch of these guys that we're talking about right here and said, you know what? I'm not going to trade Neesmith. I'm not going to trade, he held on to, now he's got about 6 guys that are the same guy and he does not have a home run hitter. And he did not get an alpha dog and it's not worked out. I think that, look, we love Tobias Harris. He's not the 3rd star. He's a really good player. The 3rd, Kyle Lowry, might he be the 3rd star? Maybe. I think so. I think he's got enough left in him. Do I regret the Jimmy Butler deal? Absolutely not. That would have worked if it somehow came together, and I think a different coach was leading the show.
Absolutely.
But the bottom line is I don't think that stops you from going for the home run, and I'm all in on Lowry.
Listen, I just hope whatever happens, and realistically, like, I'm not a cap expert. I'm not a team longevity expert either. Realistically, it's not any of our decisions. I just hope whatever happens that Daryl Morey is making the best decision for the team. And I hope that it works out. Simple as that. And I don't disagree with either of your points. Like, I think what all you guys are saying makes a lot of sense. I just think it's just tough because, like anything else, there's so many different ways to look at it and so many different ways to go about it team wise. So it's just tough to really, like, for me personally, to sit here and be like, like make a decision.
Yeah,
that's why it's not my job to make that decision.
I just wanted to say thanks for having me on the show. I got to jump off, but always a pleasure joining you guys, and you guys rock. And Dibes, man, I'll follow you anywhere. You guys have a great day.
You're the man, Mike. Thanks for joining. That is Mike Small. Go follow him on Twitter at Real Mike Small. Check out his podcast. He is the host of the Killing Me Smalls podcast. Literally throws out some of the biggest hosts or guests, you could ever imagine. Just truly epic stuff. Again, anything you want to plug before the game starts?
No, just the Daily Dose Dylan show. I'll plug that for him. We go live almost every day. Basketball season here. Sometimes we're not live, but we're trying to do what we can. I'm going to jump off as well. It was super fun. Enjoy the game, guys.
See you, Matt.
All right, Matt is part of co-host of the Daily Dose every day around like 4 or 5 o'clock. It kind of goes up and down, but follow him on Twitter. He's also part of the Faithful Fanatics. I think that's at Faithful Fans 2 on Twitter. Go give them a follow. Amazing stuff. Faithful Fanatics is usually I'm burping. Wednesdays or Thursdays. Great stuff. Justin, man, it's been a while since we did one of these.
It has. Listen, okay. Now, if anyone doesn't already know this, I'm at college right now. So college right now is a full-time job for me. Plus, I have a part-time job as an RA. And then you have a full-time job and a full-time parenting job and a full-time husband job. So your boys are busy. So we and also I was like also covering the Blue Coats now, which for some reason they decided to schedule those games like every time the same time for like the past 3 games. So it has been an interesting past week for my man, you know?
Yeah, man, it's fun, man. It's fun. Dunder Dude says you guys put out a poll mentioning threats for the Sixers in the East. Nets and Raptors are my number 1. What about yours? It's got to be the Brooklyn Nets. Although that being said, the Raptors, the Celtics scare the hell out of me. 7-game series. Let's be real here. But it's Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn's wings. It's Brooklyn's guards. Their ability to just penetrate and do their thing at the rim. They have some of the best in the NBA, some of the best of all time in terms of finishing around the rim. I don't know how you're stopping that. It's really kind of pick your poison. Doc Rivers, man. Daryl Morey. They have a lot to decide how they're going to compete against that because you trade Matisse Thybulle, you're losing a valuable defensive asset who's been thriving over these last several weeks. You trade Tyrese Maxey, you lose a potential pick and roll guard that in a pick and roll league is everything. And I do think we're only scratching the surface of what he can be. So it's a really hard decision. I would do the deal for Kyle Lowry. I would ship Matisse and then add a couple pieces to the bench, especially shooters. But it's a hell of a question regarding Kyle Lowry. Brooklyn Nets is my number 1. What about you, Justin?
I can't disagree with you. I mean, they definitely are the scariest team to me just because they have so much perimeter scoring on that team. And, like, it's kind of like how Boston can be for us and how they were for us in the past, where, like, they would just kill us from the perimeter and we just could not keep up, like, scoring-wise because we just couldn't hit shots enough to stay with them. Now I think I do think it's a little different because we do have a player on our team that basically nobody else in the East has that can guard. Like, you don't have anybody in the East right now that can guard Joel. That didn't used to be the case. We used to think about Marc Gasol. We used to think about Al Horford. And so, like, now to me, I'm not as it's easier to say we can match up with teams a little bit better because although we have things that we ever going to have a hard time guarding on their team, they also have a hard time guarding us as well now. So it's to me, it's the Nets just because they have the most firepower offensively. So that's what makes me really wonder what we're going to do with the Kyle Lowry situation, with any situation when it comes to trades, because obviously getting a guy like Kyle Lowry will really help your on-ball defense against a team like that, but also can help your offense. So it's
really hard.
Yeah, I hate talking about trades because it's like I love it, but to me, I'm so like I want to build it from. I want to be able to build it from your own team. You know what I mean? If you can do that, obviously, it's so much fun to watch guys grow on your own team, and I think there's so many guys that are capable on this team of growing to be very good players in this league. Guys like Maxey and Matisse specifically. So it's like, to me, it's like, do you give up assets like that to bring in a guy for 1 year who isn't this like offensive juggernaut? You know what I mean? Like, to me, my thought was always if we're going to make a trade and we're going to give up young depth, like for instance, when James Harden was available, if we're going to give up young depth, to me, it's got to be for an offensive juggernaut that's going to do everything that Embiid or Simmons cannot do on the outside. And although Kyle Lowry can do that, I mean, he's shooting like 40% on threes, correct? Like He's shooting well. He's just not the premier guy you think of, I guess. And obviously I understand you're not going to be able to get premier guys all the time. That's why trades like James Harden or Anthony Davis they don't come around often. That's why you jump on them if you can. But it's just it's tough for me to sit there and say, okay, let's get this guy like who you really don't know what you're going to get from him in our offense, if that makes sense.
When you talk about games like the Dallas Mavericks, we're talking about the threat of the Brooklyn Nets. Is there nothing more important now than winning these types of games that are, I'm going to be honest, you're going against a team whose rebound percentage is among the worst in the NBA. They're not a good shooting team. Like on paper, you have no Porzingis. Seth Curry's back tonight. This is a game you have to win. And if you're going to beat the Brooklyn Nets, you better be for hell sure the number one team in the Eastern Conference. The team is 13-2 at home this season. If you have any chance at beating the Brooklyn Nets, it's at home. There's no fans, but for whatever reason, you saw them struggle recently on the road. They get it done at home. So we have a lot of comments here saying Maxey is young. He could be a threat in season 2. A lot of people saying bye-bye Maxey. Keep Matisse Thybulle. It's a hell of a question, guys. It's a hell of a question.
And here's the thing is I understand the mindset of like if you want to like scared money, don't make money. Like if you want to be good, like you got to make tough decisions. I understand that mindset. And I also understand that realistically, Maxey's a rookie. He's not going to produce for you as much as a guy like Kyle Lowry's going to right now, and neither is Matisse. It's just And I get that, Steven, like go bye Maxey. Like, yeah, I understand it. But like for a guy like Kyle Lowry, like I can understand completely what.
We might be getting fans back at the Wells Fargo Center. And I will.
Yeah.
I guarantee you fans will go crazy over Kyle Lowry. That's
I agree. I agree.
That will inject life into the fans if they're present.
No, and I definitely don't disagree with that, and that's also what makes it a tough like thought for me is like I know, and none of what I'm saying is sitting here saying that he's not gonna be he wouldn't be good on this team. Like he would be good. Like he's a hard defender. He's a playmaker. He can run an offense really well. He can make shots in clutch moments. He can hit shots. It's just to me giving up the assets that you're probably going to have to give up for him. It's just it's tough because it's like okay. You're paying for how he's like 34 years old. I'm pretty sure you're going to get a 34-year-old point guard, and you're giving up a 20-year-old point guard, a 23-year-old shooting guard, small forward, who's one of the best defenders in the league right now, plus draft capital, probably plus Danny Green and Mike Scott.
Yeah, you're throwing your eggs in one basket.
Exactly, and mind you, once again, this guy's on a 1-year deal, and he's 34 years old.
From what I understand, you would have his bird rights or something like that, and you would get him for another year or something along those lines.
Like,
it's not easy.
And this is once again, like I said, this is why I don't get paid to make these decisions. This is why you have guys like Daryl Morey that can make the smart decisions for a basketball team, and I think he's going to make the smart decision. And no matter what, I'm going to support it. To be honest with you, no matter what, I'm going to sit here and say, okay. He's going to make the moves that are best for the team, just like he tried to make the moves that are best for James Harden over the Rockets to build the team around that offense and James Harden's strengths. I think he's going to do that no matter what.
So
I'm just waiting to see what happens.
They still need to add pieces, not just Kyle Lowry, but they still need to add pieces. The one benefit that I see of that potential Kyle Lowry trade is that we're talking about Daryl Morey. We're talking about Daryl Morey, who averages like 11 trades a season, something astronomical. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I am definitely hopeful that Daryl Morey would be able to add Kyle Lowry, but also add in pieces that would be, floor spacers and help Ben and Joel moving forward to help the depth, because it would take a hit. It would take a hit. So who knows? I have gone back and forth on this trade so much because I love Tyrese Maxey. I think the sky's the limit for that kid. That's all we've talked about during these watch parties is like, what the hell is the ceiling of this kid? He hasn't played a lot lately. I think that's purposeful. I think you're going to see that kid unleash over the next month or two. I think Doc is just trying to keep him controlled, and I think he's just kind of learning on the fly. Teams have learned how to game plan against Tyrese Maxey. It's a chess match that is now kind of on Tyrese Maxey's side to learn, and that's what Doc is doing with him right now. So you look at the coaching staff with the Sixers, which is phenomenal. I think Tyrese Maxey is going to have a really strong second half. That being said, in the playoffs, is he going to play? Probably not a lot. So it is really difficult. It's one of those moves that you either look now and potentially next year or down the road. If I had to, gun pointed to my head, pop quiz hot shot right now, I'd probably do the deal. I would be upset about it at first, but it's a deal that makes a lot of sense given what we've seen with Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid just clicking on all cylinders. And if you can add a piece to that trio that is dominating right now, you figure it out later. I am part of that crowd that where chemistry and defensive identity is so important to the team, and that's really what you're probably giving up. I think a little bit, as much as people want to hate on Danny Green, he's an important complementary piece to a strong defensive starting lineup, starting rotation. Yeah. And you get Kyle Lowry, although he's clutch, and you're going to be able to play him with 5 minutes remaining on the court, which is important to say the least. Why can't we build Shake in that role? It's a really tough decision, and I go back and forth on and on.
Pros and cons. There's pros and cons to it, and the pros are realistically, Kyle Lowry is a good teammate. He's a good guy to have on the team. He plays hard defense. Like I said, he shoots the ball well. He can run an offense well. He's a good player, like you said. But there's also the cons of the amount of assets you're giving up, the teammate chemistry you're giving up, the relationships that have already been built, the fact that Danny Green is one of the best corner catch and shoot shooters in the league right now, as actively playing. It's I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't want to stay on the subject too long.
All right, we're getting about to tip off here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please be sure to like this video. We have been on for the last 45 minutes or so. Guys, please, 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 the more you like this video, the more it helps us expand the TPL brand. We are now on Twitch. Go give us a follow on Twitch. I'm not sure what's going on back there. But we have a Twitch account. The Painted Lines is now on Twitch. Go give us a follow there. Check us out on Twitter at The Painted Lines, paintedlines.com, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Game is on. Here we go.
How do you guys how do you feel about the Josh Richardson coming back and his matchup with him and Seth Curry?
It's gonna be great.
I don't know if you talked about that all in pregame, but
no, most of it has been dominated by Kyle Lowry trade talk and Ben Simmons versus Luka Doncic. Luka is shooting 8 of 31 against Ben Simmons and 3 of 11 from 3 in 2 games. So that's the matchup I'm watching. Ben versus Luka. For me personally, I thought Tobias should have been an all-star, and I'm still pissed off about that. I put a poll on our YouTube account about that. Tobias has been unbelievable this year. Ben has been ridiculous over these last stretch of games, and he absolutely deserves it, especially defensively. But Tobias Harris, man, it's a What by the way, what minute are you at?
Right now it's at 11:07.
All right, you're gonna watch.
What are you at?
I'm at 10:55.
Okay, it's not that bad. That's not that bad.
It's better than
It's
last.
it's just enough to spoil shit for me.
All right, so we got Joel Embiid starting us off with a 3. This is one of those games where there you go, back-to-back threes. Joel Embiid with a 3, then a Danny Green corner 3, bang bang. Sixers up 6-0. Let's go, guys. Man, I remember when I see Boban, like the first thing I think of is watching him dominate the Sixers in that Spurs game, that Tim Duncan retirement night where Duncan didn't even play and the Sixers lost by 50 and Boban came in the fourth quarter and hit like 12 points in that fourth quarter. It was absolutely crazy. That was a long time ago. I don't know if anybody remembers that. So just a crazy people were cheering for Boban in Philadelphia. So it was fun.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Real quick, I thought this was kind of funny. This thing about oh my god, it's about Josh Richardson. I was watching. What is this? Pedro, we're doing the watch party right now, bro. That's what this is, my man. I saw something on Twitter the other day about Josh Richardson, and it was someone was posting about how Josh Richardson's stats in comparison to Seth Curry or whatever. Oh my god! Oh, he didn't make the shot. Seth Curry just made a move, and Josh Richardson went down. It was about Josh Richardson, and Mavericks fans were like, dude, Josh Richardson's just not good. They're like he came in, he's like an overrated defender. Like, because I guess like when the Mavericks got him, just like what happened when we got him, where like he can guard the other team's best player, like, and he's really not like he's good. He's a willing defender. He's not a guy who's like a really lockdown kind of dude. He's athletic and he's willing, but he's not super talented.
Just got like 4 rebounds on one play.
Yeah, but I just thought it was funny because I was just like they were just talking about Josh and how he wasn't that good. I was just like, well, that's kind of what happened to us too. Like when we first got him, we were like sold that he was basically a poor man's Jimmy Butler in some ways with the mid range game and the athleticism and the defense, and it just wasn't what we thought it was going to be.
All right.
I do like Josh Richardson though. I think he's a good dude, but
I think he was just a bad fit.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I think too. I don't think he fit what our best players needed. I think they tried, like Brett Brown and Elton Brand tried to make a team that was defensively made and big man bully ball, even though that's not even really the offense that Brett Brown ran. It seemed felt like.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like we were kicking out every single time and just missing everything. Boy.
All right, I just thought of a really good halftime entertainment idea.
Ooh.
I'm working on it right now.
Can I get a hint?
Nope.
Not even a hint?
Nope.
God damn. So mean. Ugh.
All right, Sixers up 8-5 on my end.
You like my water jug?
What do you got? Sorry, I'm doing like multiple things at once.
No, I just said you like my water jug.
All right, I gotta get ready. I've had like no time today.
I hear you, me either. I've been real busy. I get it. What I'm interested to see this game is how Boban does guarding Embiid. Obviously, Embiid is a lot more athletic than him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this game.
Boban went down. Boban down.
I haven't seen it yet. Huh? Where did he? Oh, okay. No, I see it. I was like, "What are you doing?"
All right, I'll keep it quiet now.
No, I was just confused. I was like, "What?" I was like, "How?" I'm like, I expected it to happen at a different time.
Oh, I'm so excited for tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Oh, WandaVision.
Oh, is it in the last episode?
Second to last.
Second to last. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to watch it too.
We have
I,
Eric saying it's going to be a high-scoring game. Not so far.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I actually don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. With Kristaps not in there, it's a little bit harder for the Mavs to keep like a spread offense like they typically would. And just like, I mean, they can, like Boban can shoot the ball from the outside, but he doesn't often at all. So I just think it'll be I don't see it being super high scoring, I guess. But how's the Mavericks defense? Are they really bad defense?
Yeah, they're not good defensively. They're not a good 3-point shooting team. They're one of the worst rebounding teams and not a good defensive team. So
how does that make any sense that they're not a good rebounding team? They have a big lineup.
I don't know.
Like Kleba is not small at the power forward spot. So that kind of surprises me.
I don't know, man.
I mean, maybe it has to do with the fact that that still doesn't make sense. No. I'm just thinking out loud at this point. I don't know. Just surprising. I will say one thing that sucks about watching the game here instead of my house is because I'm watching a stream. It's super laggy.
Is it?
Like it's like not super laggy, but just like it's like sometimes it's very, very frame by frame. Like the movements are not like just smooth all the time.
Okay, dude, I'm really liking this halftime entertainment idea. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
I hope it is. We'll see if you can stump Justin.
You're gonna do very well.
Oh God. Okay. See, don't put that kind of pressure on me though. Actually, no. You know what? I thrive under pressure. I got this. Just depends what kind of quiz you're throwing at me.
Yeah, you're gonna do fine.
Alrighty.
I'm like looking at some of these and I'm just like laughing really hard.
You should just do it about shoes again.
It's not shoes, but it might be on the same kind of trail.
Oh,
there's my little teaser there.
Oh, now I'm excited. Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious what this is going to be.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really fun.
Marky Mark says, "Name that Eagles calendar cheerleader." Now that I would not be good at whatsoever.
Do people actually know the names of cheerleaders? Is that a thing?
I don't. I care more about the sports than the cheerleaders.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Listen, I would bet that somebody out there knows that kind of stuff.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't. It's just like when I was a kid, like I wasn't looking into cheerleaders' names. I'm gonna be honest.
Neither was I. Yo, funny too, because I know somebody who is like a cheerleader dancer for the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's like did I tell you I'm in like musicals and like theater and all that kind of stuff? Yes, she was with me in that, so it was kind of funny. Randomly, what's up?
Dunnerdy says, "Who watches the cheerleaders rather than the game? Perverts." I mean, I'll be honest. I did that until I was like 10 years old. I grew up going to games, so
yeah. No, I never cared about that stuff.
I mean, I did, but I didn't know the names.
I hear you. I mean, listen, if there's a halftime show going on, sure, I'll watch. But other than that, I'm not paying attention. I'm too invested in sports. I don't get distracted by that kind of stuff, I guess. I don't know. I care too much about the game.
Yeah. This is great.
And even I was about to say, even at halftime, I'd be going to the bathroom quick so I can get back to watching the game.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm struggling with food right now. I don't know what to eat.
Yeah. Hot Pocket is not a good decision, man.
I didn't have time to go to get food.
Hot Pockets are terrible.
I don't think they're terrible, but they're just not super filling.
This is gonna be a great Name That Sixer. Oh my goodness. My goodness.
Watch you talk it all up and then just flops. It's all of a sudden like it gets deleted or like it's terrible. Everyone's like, "What is this quiz?" Like,
so funny. I mean, it's fun to me, but it's probably terrible to everyone else.
Hey Chris, what are you trying to say here? He said there's a dude cheerleader now for the Eagles, so there you go, Justin. Listen, man.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Nah, nothing wrong with it at all. I'll go watch a male cheerleader. That's fine.
Oh, I got into like such a debate today.
What was it?
So do you know Luka, right?
Yeah, Luka Doncic.
No, the other Luka.
Luka Samanic.
Speaking of Luka Doncic, the teaser trailer for Luka came out, and it's the next Pixar movie, and it features two young males that definitely hints towards, a relationship, and people were getting upset about it, and it was
everyone's going to be upset about that. Homophobic.
It dominated our movie conversation today on social media. So I don't know why I brought that up. Why did I bring that up?
Because I said something. Well, because he said something about their dude cheerleaders. No, I mean, listen, I think that's cool. Personally, I think everyone should be represented. I think it's important. It's important for kids growing up to be able to see different things. I mean, growing up, all you ever saw was a white guy and a white girl on a screen having a love story in Disney movies. So I think it's cool that now like other people get represented more, especially people in the homosexual community and like LGBTQ plus community. I think that's important. So people feel I think it's important to be normalized in communities in general.
I agree, man. Well said. Really well.
I try.
Couldn't agree more.
But yeah, we're all accepting here at TPI. I can promise you that.
Yep.
Danny Green, I will not accept you missing shots though.
All right, Sixers up 13-12 here.
No, they're not. It's a 13-10. You lied to me. Now it's 12. Thunder, dude, what do you mean this game is turning ugly? It's 13-12.
All right. Name That Sixer is done. There it is.
Oh, so it's Name That Sixer? So it is Sixer stuff. Let's remember that. It is Sixer stuff.
It is Sixer stuff.
He gave us 2 hints today. We're not used to this many hints, Debs. Yeah, you know who's one player that I've always loved watching play, though?
Who?
Tim Hardaway Jr.
He's underrated.
Like, he oh my God, yeah. Like, he is literally, like I've seen him play a few times, like, live. I went to Mavericks games, and I think I've been to 2 Mavericks games, and I haven't been to a lot of Sixers games in general, but two of the ones that I've been to, he was playing in, and each time he kicked our ass. Like, I was like, God damn, this guy doesn't miss.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
All right, just from my first thought is this Name That Sixer is going to go really fast. So you better be on your game big time.
I'm gonna try. I don't know what you're not giving me cheat codes. I can't. I'm gonna be just like the fans here.
All right. So where are we at with the game? Sorry, I was doing the halftime entertainment. I didn't have any time to do that until now. Josh Richardson
What
leads.
did you ask?
Josh Richardson has 4 points in 8 minutes for the Mavs. Meanwhile, pretty even scoring for the Sixers so far. Not good shooting. 5 of 17 from the floor. 1 of 6 for Joel Embiid. They're shooting 3 of 4 from 3, but they can't hit anything else before that 3-point line. So Steven says Embiid's horrible play so far. And is Embiid drunk? All right, what's your favorite Broadway play?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. That's actually a really good question. I've only been to 3, like actual on Broadway shows. I'm a big Disney guy, so I saw Newsies. I didn't see Newsies in person. I watched the movie. The shows I've seen in person were Aladdin, Les Miserables, and Dear Evan Hansen. All great shows. I will say Newsies is up there though. That I haven't watched that in person, but that's a really good one. I don't know. I'm assuming probably know what that is. The Disney movie that Christian Bale.
Yep. Oh yeah, Newsies, of course.
Yeah. So that's probably my favorite, but I don't know. Do you watch that stuff or do you listen to that stuff at all?
Only Disney.
Listen. I get it. I honestly grew up very similarly in the sense where I like musicals, but I only grew up paying attention to music, like Disney musicals. So I hear that one. The only time I started getting into like things other than that was like right at the beginning of college.
Yeah. We saw Aladdin, which was amazing.
Oh yeah.
But the best one we saw was Lion King. That was.
See, I've heard that's always been good. I personally haven't seen it because it's always on Broadway. So like I try to go see the things that are not gonna be there the whole time. But yeah, I've heard that's an amazing show. People have told me I have to go see that. But Aladdin I saw, and that was one of my favorites ever. Like that was so good.
Yeah. Aladdin was great.
I hear you.
Did you see that in Philly or New York? Like where'd you see that?
No, Broadway, like in New York. So like Broadway shows are like technically the ones in Philly aren't considered Broadway. So they're like
seriously?
You call them off Broadway basically. Is what people typically call it. Like if they're still good, they're still professional like good shows. They're just not on the big stage of on Broadway Street.
I never knew that. Okay.
Yeah. So the more you know. So like technically, like did you see Aladdin off Broadway or on Broadway?
Off Broadway. We saw it in Philly. It was still amazing.
Oh no, they're good. I saw Wicked in Philly. Wicked was really good. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, I've heard. I've never seen it. My wife really wants to see it.
Yeah, I would strongly recommend it.
We've listened to the soundtrack several times.
Yeah, I think everyone's heard songs from that show. You know what? I would shake Milton to turn into Tim Hardaway Jr.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. Well, like Kyle Lowry being a scorer and a shooter. So I think Shake is a good enough shooter, but we just need his scoring to really increase. He's getting the minutes. Shake is definitely getting the minutes these last several games. Well, he's like 24 minutes, 26 minutes, only 20 minutes, and 28 minutes, and 29 minutes. So we really need Shake to become a scorer, whether that's unfair or not. That's the question.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Steven.
What the hell is going on here? I think Steven's the one who's drunk tonight. So
yeah. Are you getting drunk tonight? Dives?
Me?
Yeah, I mean, I just asked.
I got some drinks, yeah.
Got you.
I'm going to bed immediately after this so I can wake up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was a little surprised when you said you want to do a watch party today because I know tonight.
I missed it, man. I missed this because like 99% of my thing right now has been the NFL draft. We're now up to, guys. We're now up to like 43 video scouting reports on the channel. All Eagles targets, the best Eagles targets. So if you love the NFL draft, check it out. Ooh, this is a good question. Airhead or Laffy Taffy? The 100.
Oh, Laffy Taffy.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here.
The strawberry, pink Laffy Taffy, strawberry Laffy Taffies. Mm-hmm.
No way, man.
Airheads be too. They're like, I get headaches when I eat Airheads for some reason, and that sounds weird, but I swear to God, like I literally get headaches from eating Airheads. I used to eat them a lot as a kid, but
especially the mystery Airheads. You ever have those?
Yeah, like I grew up eating them at wrestling tournaments. They're everywhere, but I started getting legitimate headaches from eating them. Like I'm like, this is not fun. So I have now, if there are Airheads in my Halloween candy growing up, I would trade them. Say no, these are for you, sis. Like you can have them. I don't need them. And give me all your pink Laffy Taffies. So I'm good. I'm good.
I miss Mark Zumoff big time.
I miss when the Sixers were dominating games and hitting every shot from the perimeter.
Yeah, they're struggling right now. They're definitely struggling. Make that 6 of 22 from the floor, 27%. And really, the big things to watch here is that only 2 free throw attempts, and they're getting out rebounded 18-11 right now. 18-11 against a team that has no business out rebounding the Sixers. So that's the main takeaway.
Yeah, especially when Kristaps isn't in there.
Nasty says, you picked a great game to bring back the watch party. Oh, wait, I think that's a compliment. I know. I thought you meant like the Sixers sucking was a bad game to bring back the watch party. But he actually means Reggie Miller, who is terrible, by the way.
Why do we not like Reggie Miller? What's wrong with Reggie?
I don't know.
I don't want, to be honest with you, anytime they're playing on national TV, if they're still on NBC Philly, I always go watch NBC Philly. So I don't.
And Marky Mark says, and Howie Roseman will pick none of your 43 targets. Ain't that the truth, bro?
No, he'll pick literally number 43. That's what he'll pick. He will pick the last guy on the list.
We
and say he is the next. He is the like. Okay, I'm sorry.
We made a joke about that during the show. Like we could have because we do this every year, and we if you would have picked the ones that we wanted, the team would be so much more better off than where they are now. It's hilarious.
Well, it's funny because through really think about this. So, like, I'm trying to think. Like, just even last draft. Like, I mean, I wanted Andre Dillard, so I could say like he picked the right tackle in my opinion when he drafted Andre Dillard. But when he drafted JJ Arcega-Whiteside, my mind was straight to, okay, DK Metcalf is on the board. Let's pick DK Metcalf. Like, just go for it. Pick him. Why not? I understand he's got an injury, but pick him. He's a fucking beast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was the same way with Michael Porter Jr. When we drafted Zaire Smith. Dude, when we drafted Zaire Smith and Michael Porter Jr. was on the board, I was like, what? What? And I was even more like this when we traded away Mikal Bridges. And I was like, okay, let's go get Lonnie. Let's go get Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker's a beast. No, okay, let's not pick the guy from Reading who's amazing.
Oh yeah, because you're from Reading.
Yeah, dude, I was so I'm not like I was so annoyed when we didn't because like, and like mind you, I understood why we picked Mikal. Like I was okay with Mikal Bridges, but like I know how good Lonnie is and how good of a kid he is. And I'm just like, dude, and he's like. I honestly think Lonnie can be really good, like for real. We got Fade in here asking who's winning. I just saw Dwight Howard dunk right now. The Sixers are up 22-20 on my screen. Dwight Howard's at the line, and he just got an and one, and he hits it. So 23-20. Sixers up with 35 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, not the best first quarter by the Sixers that you want to see here. But again, we talked about this during the pregame, is that like everything, all signs point to an easy Sixers W. And these are the games where I'm like, maybe
Real
not.
quick, does Luka have that kind of respect already?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Where's that foul at?
Luka's incredible.
Yeah, but like that kind of respect? Matisse should have a little bit more respect defensively on that. Come on, man.
That's awesome.
I don't understand that one. He then like I mean, mind you, I couldn't really tell that much based on the replay. If he like touched him, it wasn't really a good angle, but like it didn't look like he really did much. It looked like all Luka did was just jump into his ass, and when Matisse wasn't even jumping towards him, he was jumping sideways. Hey, Dunder, I don't need your shit. I don't need your shit now. All right, me and Dibes are in this together. We're gonna be behind together. Now you can be with us or against us. And I don't need you against us. Stay with us, Dunder.
Oh, all right. Sixers 23-22, end of the first quarter here. Tough first quarter. This is not Sixers basketball. It's not what you want to see here. Sixers struggling to get their shots tonight so far. 32% from the floor. Only 4 free throw attempts. They're getting out rebounded by 6. Luka is shooting 0 of 3 from the field. So that is a good sign. But then again, no Porzingis, and Doncic is 0 of 3, and the Sixers are only up 1. So there's that. Again, guys, at the end of the second quarter, we'll be doing a Name That Sixer halftime entertainment, one of my favorite parts of this live stream. It's going to be really, really fun. I think tonight's going to be extra fun as well. Little announcement. We've got kind of a sponsor to bring up. Yep. We are going to be doing during our Suit Up Geeks podcast shows. We got a hookup. We're going to be giving out giveaways. Steve's Cards and Collectibles from eBay is now going to be giving us MCU and MCU content, and like with WandaVision and with the upcoming Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we do our shows every Friday night. We'll be giving away free shit every show. So our artwork, swag, you name it. It's gonna be really, really cool. So be prepared, guys. We're gonna be giving out a lot of stuff. So that is every Friday night. The Suit Up Geeks on Twitter. If you love WandaVision, if you love the MCU, my God, we have so much content coming over these next several months between the WandaVision finale upcoming in 2 weeks, and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The Bad Batch is coming up, which I'm so excited about. My goodness, if you love Star Wars, the Bad Batch was in the Clone Wars, and they crushed it. And now they're getting their own show. That's going to be really fun. And moving forward. So, and Spider-Man, like, there's just so much going on. So much.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I will probably hop on randomly as a guest on some of that shit just to talk about it, because I love talking about that shit.
Yeah, great, man.
Because I'm so excited to see the ending of these next 2 episodes, just to see what happens. I'm like,
it's gonna be wild.
Did they already say they're coming out with another season? Like, is that already happening?
No, so this is a one and done. But there's like 6 other MCU shows in the works.
No, yeah, I knew that the one with Falcon. I know.
Yeah.
Like, obviously they just came out with the fact that oh my goodness, Spider-Man not far from home, or was it? What was it again? Not far away from home? I don't remember what it was. The title or whatever.
Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I literally talked about it all day.
I'm looking it up.
Can't Go Home. Not
Far away from home. Far from home.
Far from Home, something like that. But I
think it's Far From Home. I think it's Far From Home. I'm pretty sure. I'm googling it.
Can't Go Home. It's Can't Get Home. Can't Get Home. My goodness, that's embarrassing. Don't tell my friends I couldn't think of the title. That's really bad. But yeah, that just pretty much locks in the multiverse, which is going to be really, really fun. Marky215 says, always watching WandaVision the day after, so I missed the live stream. It's all right, man. Just watch it after you watch it. But we go heavy into theories. So if you guys love theories and making predictions and really deep diving into the MCU moving forward, that's what we do. I'm telling you, man, they're really good shows. They're really like hardcore MCU shows.
Yes, sir. I love that stuff.
Oh, me too, man. That's my favorite.
Come on, bro. Come on.
My favorite part of the week is waking up early Friday mornings before my daughter wakes up, watching WandaVision and writing my reviews. Check that out at thepaintlines.com. It is like I don't know. It's just I've never grown out of that phase.
I get it.
I've done it for Mandalorian. I did it for the Clone Wars. Mandalorian both seasons. I just love everything about it.
Listen, if you like a show, you like a show. I get it. I mean, I'm the same way with Marvel stuff. I watch it all the time.
It's No Way Home. No Way Home. That's right.
Yep. I don't appreciate this though, because I'm not in prison. I'm at college, which is pretty much a prison. So, yeah, no, I'm in a college dorm, bro.
All right. Little update. We do have 10 Name That Sixers tonight. 10.
Ooh.
10. Hope Marky.
We appreciate that, bro.
Thanks, Marky215. Yeah, Friday nights, 7:00. We always go live, and we'll be giving out swag, collectibles, different things. Literally like real props. So like movie props. It's gonna be awesome.
Here's the real question here. When are we going to get a sponsor for our post-game shows? Because those are popping off typically.
I know we need to. But another thing we're going to start doing is our like basketball and baseball card reveals.
Ooh.
So that is
those aren't cheap.
Yeah. So we get. So I don't know how it works completely, but I'll need to talk to the guy. From what I gather, is like people put money in, and when you open these packs, some of them come with these cards that are autographed, right?
Yeah. And no, I actually watch videos like that, so I could actually probably explain as well.
Go ahead.
No, yeah. So basically, it's card openings. So there's certain companies that provide signed cards that you can have the signature that's on a card. There's a little sticker that goes on the card that people sign. Just like every league does that, where players will have days where they have to go basically sign a bunch of things, and it's sold off, or it's just put out there for publicity. And so there's certain some items are rarer than others. So if you open a pack, you could get an autographed card is one made. Only 5 cards of that card are made, so it can be rare, and they're worth a lot of money sometimes. So that's just usually can be pretty interesting to have fun with.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing those videos. That'll be fun.
I agree. I think those are always fun. They're super suspenseful though. You have to like.
Oh. Okay, Dwight.
Oh, Shake Milton just dribbled the ball off his foot.
Freaking Ben Simmons, man. We need more of that.
Ben Simmons has to be the worst NBA player, right? Like he's literally the worst. What, you don't think so?
He's terrible.
Yeah. You know who I'd rather have over Ben Simmons?
Kyle Lowry?
No. You know who it is?
Are you being serious or not?
Yeah, no. I'm so serious.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Trey Burke.
What?
Give me the next Allen Iverson, Trey Burke.
By the way, Dwight Howard has looked great these last several sequences. My goodness, man.
Oh, Ben.
Good to have Dwight back. Yeah, watch this play by Dwight coming up.
Ben just took it to him. I love that. No, in all seriousness, though, guys, I have a Ben Simmons jersey hanging up right in front of me, so I love Ben Simmons.
Not enough can be said that not many people talk about it. Says Marky215 says Dwight is back. Dwight Howard, who led the league in turnover percentage for pretty much all season, back to back 0 turnovers. So that is something to kind of keep an eye on. Maybe he feels that Paul Reed vibe coming from the Delaware Coast. I don't know.
We can talk about it. Paul Reed has slowed down a little bit the past few games, but not defensively, only offensively.
Yeah, like what, 4 blocks last night. So
yeah, he's been playing real well on the defensive end down there. And I truly believe, like, coming into the season, what? Hey, Dunder, listen, once again, you're either with us or against us, and right now, you ain't with me, so you're against me, Dunder. And I do have the capabilities of kicking you out of this chat.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Don't come at me like that, bro.
That's truth, though. My goodness. I think like 98% of the time, I'm the one behind.
Oh yeah, now I'm at college and I have to pay for an illegal streaming service, and wait, it's not illegal. Not illegal.
Yeah, we don't say that.
Yeah, no. It's I pay for a streaming service that's very illegal, and it's just a little bit behind.
Guys, all right. What's your main takeaway of this game? The Sixers are up 29-22, 6-0 run here in the second quarter. Let's look at the play-by-play.
My main takeaway so far is if we're hitting more shots, this game is out of hand for the Mavericks right now.
Yeah, you look at rebounds, 19-13 in favor of the Dallas Mavericks. Only 4 free throw attempts, yet the Sixers are up 7. A weird game so far. It's a really weird game. You think that the Sixers are like one offensive stretch here and just putting this game away. At least I hope so. Sixers are not playing well, but they're up 7, yet shooting 35% from the floor. So let's get Joel Embiid involved in this game and put it away.
Yes, sir. Oh, we got Nasty saying B-ball, Paul. By the way, if you guys want coverage of the Blue Coats, go follow me on Twitter. If you don't already know. Because I post highlights on there, and I also have access to the Zoom meetings and press conferences after games. So I got like quotes and stuff like that from the team, all that kind of stuff. So go follow that. That's what I've been doing in place. That's part of the reason these watch parties haven't been on. Because typically, even if Dibes is busy, I'll try to get on here and do something, at least a post game show. But I've been busy doing my own post game interviews. So that's been that. Oh, you got a food delivery service? I want one of those.
It's my Uber. I got chocolate and vanilla pudding with granola on top.
You're moving it to the opposite way. There you go. Yo, that looks amazing. I need me some of that. Ooh, I just remembered something. Oh my goodness. Yo, I have cookie dough in my fridge right now that's edible. So I may have to dig into that a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is how much people be eating cookie dough before it's made. It literally says on the wrapper edible in like big letters.
Edible cookie dough is like the greatest thing in the world.
It is. It is definitely the greatest thing in the world. And now because you're having a dessert like thing, now I need to eat it.
Yeah, I just said this, Nasty. Dwight being a +9 in 4 minutes. The Sixers are on a 6-0 run here. Well, they were, and Dwight was a big part of that. He had a block, then he had a dunk. He looked good. Again, 0% turnover percentage these last 3 games. Dwight Howard is doing what we need Dwight Howard to do as of late, which is rebound the ball and don't stop with the bullshit fouls and get out of that turnover thing that he does. He just gets stuck in turnovers and fouls. What? Oh, mercy.
I'm having a hard time opening the wrapper. Not gonna lie. So my residents are not gonna be happy about this because I'll just run out the story again. I told my residents that I would make them these cookies this weekend while I'm on duty, and now I'm gonna eat some of it. So I'm gonna have to run out and get some.
Kind of mad I wasn't doing a watch party when Furkan Korkmaz went off for like 19 points.
Oh, that was on purpose. We didn't want to give Korkmaz his flowers. No, it's okay. Me and Blevins talked about Furkan a little bit.
Ben Simmons has now 6 points in 11 minutes. No turnovers. Joel Embiid is 10 minutes, He has 3 points, 4 boards in 10 minutes, so 1 of 6 from the floor. Kind of a quiet game from Joel Embiid. Not kind of. It is a quiet game. And we have a Dallas Mavericks fan joining. What's going on, Randy? What's going on, man? How's life as a Mavericks fan? Let us know.
I'm a Mavericks fan too, Randy. I'm lying. I'm not a Mavericks fan, but I will say I respect your team, though.
I like the Mavericks.
No, I do too. I actually really like Luka.
Yeah, me too.
But I just don't like him tonight because I know Ben is going to kick his butt.
Oh, Ben Simmons has destroyed Luka Doncic in 2 games. Destroyed him. He says, not good right now. You're not a Cowboys fan, are you, Randy? Please, let's hope not. Let's hope he's like a Texan.
I mean, listen, if you're a Cowboys fan too, I'm not going to hate. I don't like the organization, but I will say I do like some of your players. That's always my mindset with the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys organization, but I respect some of your players.
He is a Cowboys fan. Oh, my God.
All right, bub. It's okay. David Akers owned you. Or I don't know if you live. Do you live in Dallas, Randy?
F Dallas. I love it.
Ooh, Shake stepped on Jalen Brunson's ankle.
Yeah, he lives in Dallas.
Ooh, so were you there for the draft then, Randy? Were you there when you were there when David Akers was like going at you guys? Dunder, I like Dunder said, who would you like? Prescott, the Cowgirls? I've always liked Amari Cooper. I think he's a beastly wide receiver. I've always liked CeeDee Lamb. I loved him coming out of college. I really wanted the Eagles to find a way to grab him.
I will never say I like a Dallas Cowboy.
You don't like CeeDee Lamb?
Nope. They're dead. They're dead to me. I'm out. I hate them all.
Randy's out here giving me one-word answers. I don't think he likes me. I'm trying to relate with you, bud.
Quiet night from Tobias. Only 4 points here. 2 of 6 from the floor in 12 minutes. So this is not a. This is definitely a sloppy game here. Although the Sixers only have 3 turnovers, it's just a bad shooting game.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. I will say it happens a little too much for my liking, though. For us, at least, we get so many open looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Steven says Embiid has to score. Tanya says, I live in Oklahoma, so I have to like CD. That makes complete sense.
Yep.
Cowboys are like Pittsburgh Penguins players. Like, nope. You're out.
Yep. By the way, Tim Hardaway just hit a shot. I like Tim Hardaway, by the way, Randy. Randy said he's driving. Then please don't text. If you're driving, do not comment back. Just comment back when you get to your destination. But your boy Tim Hardaway just made a shot. Sixers up 33-32 on my screen.
That was all Ben Simmons right there, forcing the offensive board. Well done, Ben. I'm excited for this name that Sixer. I haven't been this excited in a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
I hope everyone's doing well. My name is Justin. And here's my water jug. I hope everyone's doing great. We're watching the Sixers game, and I am behind. So hopefully, if anyone else isn't behind, I apologize. The Sixers are up. Joel Embiid just took a 3. Sixers are up 35-32 on my screen. What is that coming from? I don't know what that was. But Sixers are up 38-32. Dallas just took a timeout after a Korkmaz 3. Let's look at this. What we have. Chris says, I have Dallas cowgirl toilet paper. Well, that's weird. What's up, the King? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good night. Dundu said, don't drink and drive or else you might spill your drink. That's a good one. I like that quote. Excuse me. The King said, Joel has been terrible the last 3 games shooting. Yeah, he definitely hasn't been amazing. I wonder what that is actually, because he was on a tear for a while. Do you think it's just like a slow part in his game right now, Dibes? Joel, the King just commented, said Joel has been terrible the last 3 games shooting the ball. Do you think that's because of anything, or do you think he's just having an off week?
It's a combination of playing a lot of minutes. I think it's a combination of he's playing at the best pace he's ever played in his life. He's due to come down a little bit, and it's part of sometimes players don't have their best nights. So I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Right side, I also have to like Hurts. That makes sense. Makes sense.
We're gonna get a lot of Jalen Hurts coming up soon.
Unless we don't see Jalen Hurts.
Why? Do you expect them to trade him? Like, where's that coming from?
I don't know.
No, they're
never know. You never know with Howie.
I definitely think Jalen Hurts is the guy next year. Like it or hate it.
I'm not gonna be on. I'm being real honest with you. I'm gonna be pissed if he isn't. Because if we pick a quarterback in this draft, I am not going to be happy. Because there's so many other positions, and obviously quarterback is an extremely important position, but you have a guy who's a capable starter, I think, and I'd rather see you pick guys you can put around him to help him. We already effed up Wentz by not putting enough guys around him that to be successful. Let's not screw up again.
No, you have to build on Jalen Hurts. You have to start putting the puzzles on the board, and then hypothetically, if Hurts doesn't show you anything next year, you still have to build a young core. And once you have that young core, that's when you pounce in free agency and you're out of cap hell. And that's when you get your franchise rookie quarterback, and then you build around that rookie contract, because that's really when your window is, in my opinion.
I mean, think about it this way. Look what the Chargers did. And this might sound a little bit interesting, but look at what the Chargers did with their situation. They had, oh my goodness, they had Philip. No, am I thinking of the Chargers? Yeah, they had Philip Rivers, and they were like, okay, Philip Rivers is not what we want anymore. We're going to move on, and we're going to go and get a guy like Tyrod Taylor, who is a capable starter in the NFL. Even if he doesn't work out and he doesn't end up being their starter, they can figure something out later. Holy shit, look, they drafted Justin Herbert the next year, and look what happened. Now Justin Herbert playing well and is probably going to be their guy for a while. So, like, I would just rather see something like that than us, like, try to, like, force something when realistically, like, do you see any, like, and obviously I don't know, but do you see any of the guys in this draft that are going to be, like really, like, great quarterbacks? Like, actual, like, you do?
Mm.
Like, guys that we'd be capable of picking?
No.
Okay, that's what I mean. Like obviously I know Trevor Lawrence. I think he's going to be good. I think Zach Wilson has a chance to be good too, and Justin Fields as well. But all three of those guys I expect to be off the board or traded up for by the time we pick.
Yeah. So, the King says Kyle Pitts or Chase in the draft.
If we're picking Kyle Pitts, I want to trade down a little bit.
So we just did our big board for the Eagles' number 6 pick. We did that a few days ago. Go check that out. But I also made videos now of all of our just talking and discussion about those picks with highlight reels. So go check it out. It's on the channel for Kyle Pitts, for Jamar Chase. The obvious answer to that is Jamar Chase. I had Kyle Pitts number 4 on my big board. People are getting way too hung up on Kyle Pitts, the tight end. This is a unique prospect. This is a unique player that's way more than a tight end. He's a wide receiver that can play the X, can play the slot, can be in the backfield, 6'6". By the way, Seth Curry just hit a 3 here. Love to see that. So Kyle Pitts is super high on my big board. I would have no issues taking him at number 6. I think he's that level of talent. He is just one of the best prospects to come out, offensive playmaking prospects in a long time, man. He is absolutely crazy, crazy good. Steven says Embiid looks washed. What's going on, man? Steven, easy up on the drinking, dude. Easy up. Take it easy, man. So the Sixers are up 48-35. They're outscoring the Dallas Mavericks by 12 points here in the second quarter. Let's go. Led by Ben Simmons, 11 points, 3 assists, 0 goose egg turnovers for Ben Simmons. Great first half for Ben. Joel Embiid's kind of sluggish tonight, 7 points in 5 and 14 minutes.
Trade him.
Trade Ben. No, he's joking. Dwight Howard has kind of been a low-key hero of this first half. He has 8 points and 4 boards and only 1 turnover in 6 minutes. Dwight Howard, again, has been truly having some strong games here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Seth Curry just hit a 3. He's now up to 9 points. Danny Green is 1 of 3 from 3. And Tobias Harris is having a kind of a non-existent kind of night. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So I think Ben Simmons has looked terrific. Dwight Howard has looked terrific. Onward, we're wrapping up here the first half. So 15-3 run over the last 2 minutes for the Sixers. Gotta love it.
Trade them all.
Ben's calling to review a reach-in foul.
I'm just acting like what all Sixers, Eagles fans, and everybody acts like whenever there's a Sixers player and Eagles player that's playing bad.
That's straight ball, man. That's all ball. My goodness gracious. Ben Simmons just stripped Luka and was calling for it to be reviewed, and it is straight ball, man. That was awesome. We have Tanya saying Simmons on D is such a beautiful sight.
Well, I mean, you could probably go find that on a different website, but not here. Not here.
Nice. Nice.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
That content.
My goodness. We'll cut that from the post-game show.
What, you didn't like that one, Dibs?
My goodness.
You didn't like that one, Dibs? I thought that was a good one.
Oh, it's hilarious. I'm enjoying this pudding, man. I'm still working on my pudding.
Yeah, I see that. It looks good.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been back at school for I think 3 weeks now, maybe more, a little bit more than that. I'm missing home cooked meals, I'm not gonna lie. I'm missing the Missing the my microwave. Ah.
All right. All right, guys. Yeah, the play is still being reviewed by the refs. Still waiting to hear what the call is. It looked like all ball on my end. Thunderdew says Luka looks dead. Challenge successful. There we go, guys. Ben Simmons hit the outside of the ball. Let's go, man. Ben Simmons. What a freaking baller, man. Ben Simmons is pointing at the screen like, did you see that? Did you see it? I think he's looking at Luka right now. Him and Embiid are going out a little bit.
Can we just trade Ben Simmons already, guys?
Oh my god.
He's literally the worst player in the league, man. Can't play defense, can't pass, can't dribble, can't shoot. Come on. I would love to trade him for Andrew Wiggins. Wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Joel Embiid went directly after Boban there. That's what you want to see. Joel Embiid has no free throws.
Now that's a player right there, Boban Marjanovic. That's who I want.
Embiid getting his first free throws with 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Justin is high.
I promise you I do not do that. So Justin's a criminal justice major. I'm getting sick, dude. I need to show you what I'm trying to make right now. I'm hungry. This is like literally the worst thing ever. I didn't realize this is like gluten-free pizza. I was trying to make pizza bites. I was at the supermarket the other day. I was looking for pizza bites. This shit, it's not at all what you think it is. Like, it's not at all what you think it is. Like it's literally gluten-free pizza, and it's not. No.
Matthew says, I haven't heard a peep from Ben shooting in weeks. He's been so aggressive getting to the rim. And even when he gets fouled, he's knocking the free throws down. Dude, Ben Simmons has been ridiculous these last few games, man. Ridiculous. I don't even know what else to say about Ben Simmons. He's been great.
Remember when everybody wanted to trade him?
Yeah.
I just remember everyone saying how bad he was and how he can't play with Joel. When in all reality, they just needed shooters. They needed spacing.
Yeah, right.
Dude, Dunder, I'm so annoyed myself. Like I didn't even realize what it was. I just thought it was pizza bites. I looked at the box when I was about to cook it, and I opened it. I expected to see like little bagel bite pizza bites kind of thing, and it comes out as like little like just flat pieces of bread. Basically, I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm not trying to eat tortilla. Like,
so what's Thunder just says Sixers are having Dallas for dinner. What's been so impressive for Ben over these last handful of games has not just been his scoring increase and being more aggressive. What you'd love to see from Ben is the turnover percentage is way down. Ben's turnover percentage over the last handful of games, 7%, 13%, 11%, 5%, 18%. We're talking about a dude that was averaging in the 30s and 40s range during the first 3 quarters of the season. So, yeah, the defense has been fantastic. You're seeing him be more aggressive and get more points. But what I love to see is those that turnover percentage go down, because when Ben is clicking and not turning over the ball, man, he is unstoppable. Sixers are up now 15 points. Ben with the steal and the one-handed pass to Joel for the dunk. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Joel Embiid with the slam by Ben Simmons following a steal. That's Sixers basketball, baby. My goodness gracious. That is Sixers basketball. Sixers scoring by defense, led by Ben Simmons. Defense turned into offense.
Can you imagine if fans were in the stadium right now?
Yeah, that would have been wild. That play would have been wild. And Joel Embiid just hits a 3. Sixers are rolling here in the second quarter. Big time.
When's the last time we scored this many points in the first half?
I'll tell you right now.
I feel like it's been a little bit. 50 points in the first? Or so far, at least on my screen.
What's happened? Curry.
Not good. Look at this. It's
What
supposed
is
to be a pizza bite.
Ew, that looks terrible.
It's awful. But
That
I'm
looks
eating it because I'm
terrible.
hungry.
That looks like the Dallas Mavericks offense right now.
Ugh.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to eat it because I'm hungry and because I don't like wasting food, but this is not that good.
Mavericks hit a 3 here.
We're on a 17-2 run right now.
Yeah, it gets better.
Don't spoil things for me.
How does it
You're
feel?
acting like-
How does it feel? Karma's a bitch.
Listen, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to purposely get up at 3 a.m. and watch WandaVision and then text you the whole summary of what happens right before I go back to bed.
That's
How's
why.
that?
That's legit why I've been like so inactive on Twitter the last like 4 or 5 weeks. Because there's been a lot of reveals and people leaking shit. So like I don't tweet much anymore because like I don't even it's not worth it. I don't even want to risk it.
Yo, Willie Cauley-Stein just dribbled into Joel and just basically fell over. Like because Willie's tall, but he's skinny. That was funny.
Yeah, what a quarter here by the Sixers. Absolutely dominant second quarter, outscoring the Dallas Mavericks by 15 points. 15 points in the second quarter, led by defense. Okay. They just hit a 3 there.
What happened to Joel?
Joel has 15 points.
No, I know, but he's grabbing his face.
He's fine.
What did Willie do to him?
All right, Sixers are up 59-43 here. Joel Embiid leads the way with 16 points, 6 boards. Ben Simmons has 11 points and 5 assists, a steal and a block. Ben Simmons has been absolutely terrific tonight. Seth Curry has 11 points on 3 of 3 from 3. You've got 14 points from your bench, led by Dwight Howard. 2 blocks as well with 4 boards. Only 1 turnover from Dwight Howard and no personal fouls. Really strong first half by Dwight Howard.
I know you like this stat.
Yo.
The comment?
I mean, that's everything. Is that not everything?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know that's huge right there.
Gint says, remember when people wanted to trade Ben Simmons? All right, guys, we are getting ready for our Sixers halftime entertainment. Let's get it rolling. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's play Name That Sixer. And now, your favorite game of the week. It is Name That Sixer. Where you name that Sixer. No, sponsored by Hot Pockets.
No, we're not sponsored, but Hot Pockets, you can sponsor us if you want.
All right, let's get it rolling. This week's theme for Name That Sixer is drum roll. Headband. We are playing Name That Sixer headbands. I'm going to give you the headband. You're going to give me the Sixer. We've got 10 rounds.
Oh, God.
10 rounds where you guess the Sixer before Justin. If you win, you earn a free year subscription to thepaintedlines.com. An amazing value. You also get the Twitter account, the Facebook account, the Instagram account, the Twitch account, all for free. No cost needed. Amazing value. Let's get rolling. You ready, Justin?
All right. I will say, just like I do every time, I'm gonna make widescreen the stream so I cannot see the comment section. I can only see the comments you guys put up when Dives puts them up on the screen, so I can't cheat.
All right, here we go. We're playing Name That Sixer, guys. First one to get it right gets the W. Here we go. Name that Sixer.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler is correct. All right, we are rolling, guys. Oh, we have Chris Dunn saying Jimmy Butler. I think Justin got you there, dude. Here we go. Let's go on to round number 2. Name that Sixer.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is correct. All right, so now we are rolling. We are rolling, guys. Let's go on to the next one. Name that Sixer.
One, I want to say real quick, that is not how you wear a headband. I don't know. Tony Rotten.
It's not Tony, nor is it Thad Young. So keep it coming, guys. Mike Scott is incorrect. Elton Brand is incorrect. Still waiting for the correct response with this one. I'll give you a little bit longer.
Can we get the year?
No.
Did he play multiple years on the Sixers?
Yes.
Allen Iverson.
No.
I'm kidding. I have no idea who that is. I can't even guess.
Evan Turner is correct. Well done, Chris Coyle. Well done. All right, let's roll on to our next one. Name that Sixer. Who is that?
That Dwight?
That is Dwight Howard. Good job, man. All right, Justin is on fire, man. Justin is on fire. Let's go on to round number 5, halfway there. Name that Sixer.
Lou Williams.
Lou Williams is incorrect.
21. Who were 21 before Joel?
Oh, there it is. Nasty Nizzle got it right. Larry Hughes.
I would not have got that one.
The Flight Brother himself is correct.
Good job. Good job, Nasty.
Good job, Nasty Nizzle. Let's go on to the next one. Name that Sixer.
AI.
Yeah. I was like, really?
I wasn't looking at the screen at first.
All right. Good job. It is Allen Iverson.
I must just really know players' foreheads.
No.
Dikembe.
Dikembe is incorrect.
That's a really grainy photo, Dibes.
I mean, that might be a clue.
Is it though? I'm trying to think of old guys. Like I don't know.
It's not Boban.
Jesus.
Boom! Nasty Nizzle got it right. It's
Chris Webber.
Chris Webber is correct. Good job, Nasty Nizzle. He's crushing this one. All right, name that Sixer.
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris is correct.
I know my players' foreheads, man.
All right, how about next one?
That's a newer one, but is that Toby again?
That is not Tobias Harris.
Is it Ben?
Nope.
Who the hell? Whose eyebrows are those?
Name that Sixer, baby.
Is it? Oh my goodness! Hold on. Don't show me answers yet. I don't like other people's answers yet.
It's not Toby.
Is it Glenn? Is it Robinson?
Nope.
Alec Burks?
It's not Mo Cheeks. Nope.
It's a newer one because that right? It looks like Toby's eyebrows. I'm confused.
It's not Josh Richardson. It is not Chris Webber.
Can I get a hint on how recent?
Very recent.
Seth Curry? No,
Nope.
It's not Seth. Wait, very recent?
Uh-huh.
Like this year recent? Who the hell is that? Hold on. I gotta think about this. Whose hair is like that? And who's light? Like I'm trying to think, light skin hair like that. What the hell?
Stumping everybody here.
No, but I should know what this is.
Not Tony Bradley.
Oh my god, it's on it. They're on the team this year. I should know who it is.
Not Norvell Pell.
Who wears their hair like that?
Korkmaz.
It's not Tease. I know it's not Tease. I gotta go through the list now in my head. Terrence Ferguson?
Oh, that's great.
Is it Terrence?
It's not Kyle Korver. It's not Terrence Ferguson. Nope.
They're on the team right now, and I can't think of who this is. Like for real.
Should I give the answer?
No, I want are they on the team right now? And I literally can't think of who it is. Is it is it a G League player? Just let me know that one.
It is not.
Okay. Danny Green, Seth Curry.
It's not B-Ball Reed.
No, it's not B-Ball Paul. So you got Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Dwight Howard, Shake Milton, Matisse Thybulle, Furkan Korkmaz, Mike Scott.
This is Mike Scott.
That's Mike Scott?
That is Mike Scott.
What? No, it's not. I need to see the whole picture of that. That's not Mike Scott. Mike Scott did not look like that. What are you talking about? Come on.
There it is.
Come on. Okay, if someone in the comments can really sit there and tell me that looked like Mike Scott, you're lying.
There she is. That's Mike Scott. Chris, don't say boo, Mike Scott. All right, let's roll on.
My goodness.
Last one. Name that Sixer.
Lou Williams.
Lou Williams is correct. Good job, man. That took you
Jesus Christ.
half a second. Oh, that was great. Here we go. One more time.
Do we have another one? Oh.
Thank you, everyone, for playing. I'll say Justin and Nasty Nizzle get the free year subscription to the Painted Lines. Congratulations. Amazing value. I can't imagine how much money that costs per year. It's zero. It's 100% $0. It's nothing. You'd pay nothing to subscribe. Good job, guys. Thanks for playing Name That Sixer, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and we will get the second half rolling.
All right, I'm going to exit my full screen version. Oh, oopsie. Click too many buttons. So that was Name That Sixer, everybody. Dibes' special edition of – oh, my goodness. Dibes' special edition of headbands. Tell you what, I didn't expect to do that well with some of the old Sixers, and also, let me know in the comments if you knew that was Mike Scott or thought that was Mike Scott. Because I tell you what, the last thing I thought was Mike Scott when that picture was up there. He said he was on the Sixers right now, and I'm like, cannot tell who that is at all. So I don't know, man. Hope everyone's having a good night, and I think it's always a good night when the Sixers are winning, so gotta love that. Said it's like an 80s travel show theme song. Yeah, well, Dibes is old. I'm messing. I'm playing. Oh, man. So, well, yeah, Chris, that's what I thought. Chris just said it was a picture from last year when they wore the long headbands. Yeah, and I knew I could tell it was it was a newer headband, as in like it was within the past few years because they changed headbands a good amount, but I just couldn't tell who was. Like typically, like with that haircut at least, because Mike Scott's completely changed his hair since like 2 years ago when he was on this team. Like now he's got like the cornrows, and like he's got like dreads and different stuff like that. He's messing around with his hair, so it's like, dude, I couldn't tell it was him just because of his hair.
I'm not that old.
Oh, you're so old. So old. Dibes is so old. They said it's like an 80s travel show theme song. And I said, yeah, well, Dibes is old, so that makes sense. What year were you born,
How about this? Barkley said Ben and Joel can be Shaq and Kobe in the playoffs. That's a stretch, man. They have a lot to show to become that level of dominance in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben was out all last year. Ben has been shut out in the playoffs in the past. Joel has been turnover prone in the past, although he plays well. So they have a long way to go to be Kobe and Shaq. Oh my goodness.
I will say, though, it's easier to shut Ben down in the playoffs when he's not surrounded by pieces that he needs. And that seemed to be like when that was happening, like it seemed to be like it was mostly because he wasn't surrounded with what he needed. So I like for instance, when we had Jimmy Butler on the team, we went the farthest we have. Like it's hard to have Ben Simmons and Jimmy Butler in the same lineup just because they both do similar things. Neither of them really shoot. So I think that think about it this way: you're adding Danny Green and Seth Curry instead of having Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons in those spots.
Holy
think
crap.
about, Jimmy Butler and JJ Redick basically is what I'm saying.
I just did the math.
What?
Ready for this?
Oh, I don't know what math you did, so sure.
Luka Doncic versus Ben Simmons in 2.5 games so far. This is going to be my main takeaway during the postgame show, easily. But I got to write this down so I don't forget it. Halftime. This is the stat that you want to know. Ben Simmons versus Luka Doncic in 2.5 games so far. Luka is shooting 11 of 40 from the field so far in 2.5 games. 11 of 40. And if you are crazy and don't think Ben Simmons is a player of the game so far, you're absolutely nuts. Ben Simmons was the defensive spark of that second quarter. He only has 11 points, but he was all over the court defensively, turning buckets, turning defense into offense. And my God, 11 of 40. Hopefully we can play the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs because that'd be terrific.
My goodness. I will say, imagine if we had Kristaps on our team at power forward.
Yeah.
A legitimate guy who could stretch the floor.
What's Porzingis been doing this year?
Apparently, he's been really bad on the defensive end. From what I've seen, that's like the main thing I've seen. Apparently, his defense has regressed a lot. And it's tough because he's 7'3". So it's like if your defense even regresses a little bit, you're going to turn into Boban. people going to be running around you. Oh, my God. Dude, this is an issue. Ugh.
I'm writing the stats down. So I don't forget it, because I will forget it.
No, I get it. Whew.
All right, guys. Third quarter is on the way, guys. Here we go. Let's get that W.
Oh, man, I'm tired. I'm not going to lie. Your boy's been busy, and I'm tired.
Oof. There you go. Joel getting to the line. That's what you want to see.
They haven't even inbound the ball.
Really?
Yeah, now they just did. They just gave it to. Is that James Johnson? Yeah. What's your favorite like other network that covers the NBA besides like NBC?
That is a great question. Because I don't watch much NBA beyond the Sixers.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy like Shaq and Charles as much as anybody, but I hate like if the choice is to watch it on TNT or NBC Sports Philly, it's an obvious choice. What other network shows it? Like ABC?
Well, I think you have ABC, ESPN. I think that's it.
No,
And like NBA TV.
I hate them all. Like
Yeah.
if that's the case, I'd rather just mute it and put music on.
Really?
Hmm.
I get that.
Nasty Nizzle says ABC and NBA TV. Thunder Dude says halftime goes by so fast. Do you feel that too, man? Because I feel like we do the name that Sixer and it's like third quarter's on.
Yep. I agree. It's just because we're doing stuff. Typically at halftime, I'm like before we're doing these live streams, I'm like sitting there like when is halftime gonna end? Like it feels like it's forever. But when you do this, it feels like I would say the game sometimes feel like longer when you do this. Like when we do this, I feel like they take forever.
Yeah.
Because doing live streams is exhausting at times.
It's not easy.
No, sir. No, sir. Steven says everyone knows Ben owns Fluka. Fluka is only good at hitting fluke shots.
Luka.
I don't agree with that, but
All right. Mavericks are cutting into this lead here. Sixers are only up 10 here on my end.
yeah, same. Sixers are up 61-51 with 10 minutes left in the third on my end.
I should post post-game show link.
Yes, sir. Is Tiago joining us today?
I don't think so. I think it's just
No? Do we got Jason coming on?
I haven't heard from Jason.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind right now. I'm gonna say, Jason, you better get your ass on. Now, that's not saying that he's gonna listen, but we're gonna try. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put him on the spot and we're gonna call him right now.
You're gonna call him?
Putting him on the spot right now. Peer pressure. This is what peer pressure is.
Jesus. All right, I just pinned the.
Yeah, what's up, Jay? So what are you up to? Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we're watching the Sixers too. We're just talking about you. Oh, are you gonna join the after live stream? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. You all right? Oof. Ooh, you had okay. All right. Oh man, that sucks. All right. Well, I'll let you go then. Hydrate, my boy. I hear you. You gotta slow that old body getting. You gotta slow down a little bit. Yup. Yeah. Oh.
Sounds like Jason's having a rough night.
Yeah. I hear you. All right, man. Well, I'll make sure to tell the fans. But we send you our regards. All right. All right. We'll see you, bro. Feel better. Bye. So Jason doesn't feel good right now. Jason had a fun night last night and is feeling a bit under the weather today. Sounds like shit.
Oh my goodness.
So we will see Jason another day, but we're hoping for him to hydrate. He's hydrate. That's what we need him to do.
By the way, Dallas is on a mission right now. Luka's hitting step back threes. Lead is cut to 9.
We got to trade Joel Embiid. You don't agree? Trade Joel Embiid for like a Trey Burke kind of guy. When you call your buddy to give him a hard time and you get stuck hearing about his exposed salary. Okay, that is not what that was.
It's so funny.
Yeah, he's not feeling well. He says he's been hydrating all day though, so that's good.
Hakeem says, I always feel like fans get mad for Ben for not shooting like a guard, but never consider he has a power forward body. But because he's a power forward playing guard, he's not praised more for being a glue guy. Well, I mean, if you watch our show, man, we praise him nonstop.
I wouldn't say nonstop. We're critical, but we definitely aren't we aren't overcritical. Like we sit here and we understand when people are playing bad, but we're not. We also don't sit here and just like crucify a guy because that's like a certain part of his game isn't there,
or like project it to be, and
like
light a candle and pray that it is someday. Like that's not who Ben Simmons is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that says like, "Oh, Ben Simmons is average 20 plus a game," or the Sixers are going to suck, like they don't watch the game. They don't watch the game. That's not Ben Simmons' game.
You want to hear something funny, by the way, just randomly about you made me think about it when you said they don't watch the game. The other day I posted something on Twitter and it blew up pretty big. It had like over 1,000 retweets and over 100. It had over 1,000 likes and like a bunch of retweets. And it was a little clip about Matisse Thybulle and how he has like similar defensive stats to some of the best defensive perimeter players in the league. He's got the same amount of, he's got like close to the same amount of steals as Ben and Robert Covington, and he plays like half the minutes that they do in the season. And it was just basically just saying that's what the stat was. And the tweet I put above it was Matisse Thybulle is an underrated defender. Because although he's talked about as being a good defender, people don't talk about how he literally has some of the same numbers that starting caliber players have in this league. Like he's got the same defensive stats that guys like guys who start and get starter minutes. That's crazy. And I had someone in the comments and in the replies of the tweet say you're a casual. You don't watch the games. Like people always talk about like Matisse Thybulle, how good he is on defense. And I'm like, first of all, I think I'm far from a casual fan. But two, just because people talk about his defense doesn't mean it's not underrated. People don't talk about how he literally has some of the same numbers that literally guys are praised. Like Robert Covington was first team all defense last year. Like first team, he's a starting caliber player. Matisse is like our 8th man, 7th man off the bench, and he's getting those same numbers. It's crazy.
Yeah, Matisse's numbers per 36 are really crazy. Really crazy. Like you want to go down a little rabbit hole. Go look at that and his steals percentage and all that kind of stuff. They're
Well, dude,
right.
the guy would be first. He's first in deflection if he's a starter.
Oh, yeah.
If he's playing 36 minutes a night, he's first in the league in deflections. And guess who's first right now? Ben Simmons. Right now, Matisse is 10th in deflections. He's a bench player. It's crazy.
All right, Sixers up 10 here. Timeout. 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Not a great third quarter. Gonna be honest here. Mavericks are playing much better here to open up the second half. Sixers up 10. So we're just kind of how to do this thing. We are going to be doing a post-game show. I added the link to that show to the YouTube chat. So it'll be a separate stream. Once the clock hits 0, we're going to move over to there and do a quick post-game show of our top takeaways, player grades, all that fun stuff. I think it's just me and Justin today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if do you think Austin would come on and do what Blevins does or no?
Probably not.
No? Okay. Well, probably going to be just us then.
Yeah. Jason's much more experienced. Jason's much more experienced where Austin's like kind of learning the ropes.
I get it. I will say too, because I get it, because I tried, because if you guys don't already know, I run the I feel weird saying beat because I don't even understand exactly why people say beat, but I cover the blue coats for the Painted Lines, and I tried with the first availability and the second one to have it streaming at the same time. Pain in the ass. It's hard to be able to focus for sure. So
yeah,
and it's hard to be entertaining and also focusing on what you're trying to do at the same time. So
yeah,
I've learned that it's easier if I just do it and then post it.
Totally.
We could talk about Blue Coats a little bit if you want during the commercial.
Sure, man. What are they at now? What's the record?
They are 7-2 at the moment. They lost 2 games in a row. One was to the Erie something. I don't remember. I wasn't able to cover that game because it was at 3:30 during the week and I had class, so I wasn't able to. What's up?
The Bayhawks.
Yeah, was it them? Okay, yeah. I wasn't able to cover that game sadly, so I wasn't able to hop on and talk to anybody. But I was able to get on the last one against the Raptors 905, and the Raptors 905 just came out hitting. I showed Jason this. This is what I do basically during game. This is my notes to ask questions later. But against the Raptors, typically we're at the Blue Coats are averaging 37% from 3 right now. They shot 29% from 3, terrible, really bad. And the Raptors 905 were averaging 34 or 35% from 3, and they shot 41%. So that was the real big difference there. Is just the Raptors just could not miss, and we just could not hit. So ended up being a blowout. Wasn't a great game, but it was interesting. I asked Connor after the game because the big thing Connor always says is their motto is defend, run, and share. They want to beat teams based off the defense and then running with the ball and getting good shots. And that just was not happening against the Raptors. And he said he was like, listen, I asked him what is your next best offense? What can you guys do when that initial defend, run, share is not working? And he's like, realistically, it's a great question. And as much as I want to sit here and give you a rundown of what we want to do, we just got to be better at that because we're not winning games if we're not playing defense well. So that's what that game was. Not a great game. They play again, I think tomorrow, I want to say. Or maybe it's Saturday. I'm not sure. I got to look.
I think tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? I think you might be right. Oh, you know what's awesome though? I used to have to email Alex Yo and Matt Murphy for the I used to have to email them before every game to give me the link to the Zoom call. Now they just send it to me on the email list. Yes.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Benny Ben. Oh, yeah, Seth. Oh, no. Oh, yay. You missed it. You see Seth's block?
Yeah, but he made it back.
Oh, Danny with the Danny putting the net on the rim. See that?
Yep.
Danny putting the net on the rim.
Yeah, but the Mavs kind of found their offense here in the third quarter. What does Mike Scott do? If anybody in the comment section can let me know, it'd be truly appreciated. Because I would love to know Mike Scott's role on this team.
I think his role is tough guy / fake 3-point shooter.
I have no idea.
Nah, I here's the other thing. I love Mike Scott. Like, it sucks. Like, I love him. I love his personality. I think he's such a great guy to have on your basketball team. It just sucks that he's just not producing. It sucks. Can't stay healthy, and when he's healthy, he hasn't been producing that well. So, and he's also turning into Furkan Korkmaz with his shoe selection.
Coyle got it. Stand in the quarter and brick.
No, I think it's staying on the hash and brick. Let's be real here.
All right, Joel Embiid goes to the line.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my lord.
Eagles Booster Club, Mike Scott. Oh, God, is it crazy? Like, we might have fans in the stands when the second half of the schedule resumes.
That'd be so cool. Yeah, we all gotta go to a game sometime.
That'd be a blast.
We gotta get like shitty seats though, because I don't have money, but we gotta get like shitty seats and just all go and just get drunk and have fun.
Yeah. I mean, I would go just to do the tailgate and make it like a tailgate event.
Oh yeah, me too. We should have fans come meet up with TPL meet and greet kind of thing.
Yep, we'll bring our gear and set up shop. We'll do a live stream in the parking lot. That'd be so fun.
That would be. How the hell would that work?
Oh, there's Xfinity down there for sure. Like internet.
Yeah, like good internet.
I mean, we would probably have to like get there early and pick and choose our spots until we get good internet. But that'd be so fun.
No, I completely agree. And now and here's the thing that sucks too, dude. I have not been. I just turned 21 last May, and all sports have been the way they are now. So I haven't actually been able to like go and like legitimately tailgate, and not worry about. I should say I haven't been able to go and tailgate and not worry about getting in trouble.
We have Quill saying he's down. Chris Dunn saying he's in. That'd be really fun.
I completely agree. We definitely got to do it.
You can do a cornhole TPL tournament.
Oh, you guys don't want to play me in cornhole.
Dude, you're talking to the cornhole champion.
No, listen, I know you're all about the hand-eye coordination. I used to be a pitcher. Listen, I know, I hear you, but listen, I used to be a pitcher too. But not really. I'm not a pitcher, but I'm good at cornhole though. I can say that. I'll bring my pops along with me. We'll run the table.
Awesome. Chris Dunn says that I can get 20 to 30 seats on a discount. That'd be fun.
What?
Oh man,
Chris Dunn, me and you gonna become best friends.
First issue is need to figure out a place for my daughter to go.
CBP.
What?
CBP, Citizens Bank. What do you mean? Take her to a baseball game.
I know, but like if it was like an afternoon game, hell yeah.
Yeah. Dude, baseball games are the best for like just like casualness. Plus,
Um,
they're cheap tickets typically. You can get some pretty cheap, like good like seats for cheap.
Woo! My goodness, Benjamin Simmons.
Benny Ben, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming it's gonna be great.
Are we doing Phillies watch parties?
That's a long watch party.
I don't have like at least basketball's like up and down.
Yeah,
Baseball,
that's so hard. Like that's plus like it's not a timed sport either. So like you could be there for a long time.
yeah.
That's one I could see a post game show. I could see you could do like a reaction and post game show, but doing a live stream like for the whole thing, that's tough.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't do it. But that's also because sometimes I have a hard time watching baseball now. Like I can watch it, but like if it's not like I've always played good baseball and it's just tough for me sometimes to watch bad baseball. And for the while, the Phillies have been real bad.
I like this idea. Big games in select innings. So if we did something like 7th inning on, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a bad idea. Once again, I don't know if I'd do it. I think I would. I could do a post game of that stuff. Like I think that'd be fine. But like I said, Benny Ben. Did I just see what happened? Did I just see him slam? Is that really how far back I am? What time are you at right now?
I'm at the commercial, man. You're really behind.
I'm at 2 minutes 50 something seconds right now.
What is Chris Dunn saying? I have Diamond Club for sale all year. 6 behind the plate. First come, first serve. Private entrance, private bar, and restaurant. So great.
I mean, listen, bro. If you're willing just to give him up for a game or two, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think we're talking about just like meeting up for a tailgate, having like a pregame tailgate, and then we'll do something during the game. So
yeah, you see that? Dunter doing me dirty today. Dunter doing me dirty today. He said you are way behind, Justin. You're in the BC years. My God, come on, man. Come on, man. That's messed up. That is messed up.
Chris Dunn says I need to get rid of him.
Listen, bro, I will gladly. If you're just getting rid of him, I will gladly go to some games. But I don't got the money like that. I love going to watch sports though. I'm still in college, my boy.
I'm dying to get my daughter to Citizens Bank Park, man. I'm dying. I cannot wait.
I agree.
We got like the newborn club.
Yeah.
The Phillies have like a newborn club where probably like 4 or 5 months before Eva was born, we had like a card of her in the womb, like a baseball card, and it came with like 2 little Phillies shoes.
Yeah, that's funny.
And a plush doll and like tickets to get on the field and like walk your daughter on the field and get photos with the Philly fanatic. So like in my head, like I'm just like counting down the days to do this, and we haven't been able to. So
yo, this is legit.
All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna look. Wait, did like new stuff come out? Because I saw like they said they're looking for like expiring contracts, some picks, and a young guy or something like that. But I don't know if any more information just came out. So I'm gonna go look on Twitter real quick.
Yep. Steven says WandaVision tomorrow, man. Let's go. Steven, let's go. I'll be up really early tomorrow morning writing my review, and then we'll be doing a spoiler podcast review at 7 p.m. East Coast time tomorrow. I cannot wait, Steven.
And I'm going to be up really early spoiling the show for Dives, sending him a very detailed message on what exactly happens at 3 a.m.
I can't wait. All right, Sixers got a nice 13-point lead here. Come on, Sixers. Get this third quarter back. Man, they're kind of showing some signs of life here, the Sixers, over the last few minutes, but it's really been all Mavs in this third quarter. All right, that's what you want to see. Mavs missed from 3.
I'm looking at Dwayne Wade winking at me in an ad right now, so
Why not? Oh, Joe.
My mom just sent me a video of my little brother with my dog from back home.
Aw.
Look at them.
That's awesome.
Kid is so cute.
I think we may be trading Maxey. That's why we're not playing him. I mean, Maxey hasn't played in a while. Tyrese Maxey hasn't played for the last few games. So
he's not. To me, he's not playing because Shake Milton came back. At the same, think about it this way, and I said this at first when Tyrese Maxey started getting a lot of minutes. Everyone's like, "Oh, well, Tyrese Maxey's playing a lot lately." It's because Shake Milton, who was running the bench unit, was out, and they didn't really have any other legitimate ball handlers besides Maxey to run the backup unit at that point.
Yeah.
Because Seth Curry and Shake were out at the same time for a little bit. And then when Shake came back in, he's a better shooter than Maxey. So, of course, he's going to get more minutes at the guard spot.
All right. Come on, Sixers.
You know, we should trade who we should trade for? Tim Hardaway Jr.
Bring him up. That's like the third time you brought up that name.
Because I like him. He's a good player. He plays good. He plays hard defense. Or he's a willing defender. He's not a great defender, but he's a willing defender. He's a good he can handle the ball and create his own shot, and he can catch and shoot threes. He's exactly what you need coming off the bench.
They just showed a Josh Richardson commercial of NBA Cares, like helping around the community. That was cool. All right, come on, Sixers. Let's get this going. I like it. Just you always get there. You go. Nice little runner by Shake.
Chris Paul's kid just had a nice little runner for me. Watching State Farm commercial over here. Oh, he's dunking the basketball. Oh yeah, he's going for it. Mm-hmm.
You get the feeling we're gonna oh my goodness gracious. That's when you wish the fans were in the stands because the place would be rocking right now after that.
Well, I just saw Josh Richardson NBA Cares. This is great. Smile Club.
How does it feel, Justin?
Listen, all I know is it's gonna feel real good when I'm texting you this morning about what happened in the WandaVision show.
Karma's a bitch.
Listen, I know, and it's gonna be a bitch for you too, bro.
Dude, I dealt with this for like 20 plus games.
That's just not true.
It's pretty true.
You're lying.
Oh my goodness, we had a rare species sighting. I don't even know how to respond to that one. That was.
What?
I'm not even gonna say it.
Okay. Okay, don't say it. Don't say it. I'm looking. Oh, okay. I think I have an idea what's gonna happen based on who's in the game right now, but I could be wrong because there already could have been subs by the time I'm watching this. Wow, Luka, nice air ball.
Yeah, you see that air ball?
Luka Magic, man.
Could you imagine like what the fans would be doing after that air ball?
Oh, they'd be freaking out. They'd be like, "Yeah, ooh, Ben Simmons." Oh, look. Then listen, the guy I want on this team's in. Trey Burke subbing in for Luka. Telling you, we gotta trade you off for Trey Burke. Trey Burke's the next Allen Iverson. He's got the questions on. Yeah, Mike Scott. I knew it. I knew as soon as you said that Mike Scott was still in this game, I knew that's who made the shot.
All right, guys. Not bad way to end the third quarter here. We were just saying how it was really the first 6 minutes of this third quarter was all Mavs. They seemed to find the rhythm on offense, and really the Sixers came back strong at the end of the third quarter. They are now up 18 points.
Important information.
What?
Tobias Harris is hurt.
Oh no!
Tobias Harris is out for the game and will not return with a knee injury.
All right. Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, so he's out for the game. I'm gonna go on Twitter just to make sure.
Oh my!
I'm looking at any updates.
So that's why he's not playing in the All-Star game. Now I get it.
Noah Levick said has a right knee contusion, won't return. So,
all right,
Pompey right knee bruise. So it's basically, if anyone doesn't know what a contusion is, it's a bruise, pretty much. It's a bad bruise, and they're up 86-68 in this game. They don't need him to play right now.
What are the Porzingis trade rumors? What do those look like?
I don't think I've seen much about. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I honestly, Porzingis is young. Believe it or not, guys. Porzingis is like 26, 27 years old. Like he's a young player. So if you're trading for him, you're giving up a lot. Like that's a Tobias Harris guy got to go for a guy like him.
As a Sixers fan, that's the first time I've heard that name in a trade rumor. So.
Yeah, I don't remember anything with hearing about him for us, but I feel like I've seen something about him before.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna look it up on Twitter to see if Porzingis.
Again, guys, we'll be doing our post-game show tonight. It'll be a new link. I pinned the link to our YouTube channel chat, so you can click that. Please be sure to hit that like button. We'll be moving there once the clock hits 0.
So Bleacher Report reported 2 days ago, Mavs have quote unquote sniffled around about Kristaps Porzingis trade value. That's what Bleacher Report reported 2 days ago.
Sniffled?
It literally says sniffled around. I no bullshit. Look,
I remember my first sniffle.
Do you really? You remember that? NBA Central on Twitter said the Dallas Mavericks have reached out to the Golden State Warriors to gauge interest in Kristaps Porzingis trade 2 days ago, according to Ian Begley, who's a reporter covering the Knicks, Nets, and NBA. So, I don't know. Interesting.
Steven, he has a knee bruise. He'll be fine. He'll be fine, man. And you've got the All-Star break coming up very soon.
Steven's very reactionary. I've seen his name come up a few times. Oh, my God, sit Ben. Sit him. It's terrible. Or no, sit Joel is what he said earlier.
I think Steven needs to put the Tito's down. Put the Tito's down.
Put the Tito's down and grab the Jack Daniels because the TPL is now sponsored by Jack Daniels whiskey. Yeah, no. We need to get sponsored by somebody. We do these way too often not to.
I know. We should.
Let me go grab. Hold on 1 second. Be right back.
22 points off of 20 forced turnovers. That's what you'd love to see. My goodness. I didn't even know they had that many turnovers. All right, Ferk. I see you, Ferk. Sixers are up 20 points here. Nice little run to end the third quarter. My goodness, had a huge run in the second quarter. Really huge run there to end the third quarter. Oh, missed dunk. That looked like Dwight Howard missing that dunk. Is that Willie Cauley-Stein? I think so.
That's disrespectful. Don't disrespect Willie like that. Don't disrespect Dwight Howard like that. Come on, man.
Dude, that was a Dwight Howard missed dunk. I've seen it like 18 times.
So would you guys like to see our next sponsor?
Sure. Nice. Oh, Tennessee's Honey's nice. I like that. Very nice.
I just need something to put it with. What would you recommend? Would you recommend? Do you mix that or you just drink it straight?
Ice. I like a little ice.
Little ice. I was thinking going like Coke.
Yeah, it's a little too sweet for me. Yeah, especially the honey.
Gotcha. This was a gift.
It's really good. It's. I don't like sweet things.
Gotcha.
So that's enough for me that I could just drink that on rocks.
Got you.
And it's delicious.
Oh, I just saw Willie's miss dunk. No, I got you. I like Jack and Cokes, but I've never had Tennessee honey, so we'll see.
No, it's really good. You'll love it.
Cool. The Mavs offense has been awful.
Yeah, they've kind of just sputtered these last like 5-6 minutes.
Oh, come on, Sheik.
Swaggo says, "Can't go wrong with Jack and Coke." Amen. That's my drink of choice when we're at like weddings and stuff. Dude, I could drink Jack and Coke all night long. All night long.
Dude, I was literally like, so I went on I went on a cruise with my family last winter, and this is the first time I've ever done anything like that. Usually we just like take a trip down to the beach and like rent like a room for like a short week or something like that. So we went on a cruise like for the first time ever. And dude, I had people handing me drinks. I didn't even have the drink package. I was 19 when we went on it. Or sorry, no, I was 20 when we went on it. So technically I wasn't like allowed to drink when we were in the US, but as soon as we crossed over to international waters, I was allowed to drink whatever. And a bunch of like 21 to 23-year-olds were just buying me drinks. I was like, cool. People trying to get me drunk over there.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Complete strangers. I was like, okay, this is how we're doing it.
Oh man, I love cruises.
You been on some?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our 1 year anniversary was a cruise. It was awesome. It was so fun.
I had a lot of fun.
We got the drink package.
Listen, I would. If I was over the age of 21, I definitely would. It's worth it.
It's worth it when you start to factor in like wine. So like you're drinking all day, essentially.
Yeah.
Like
oh yeah. You are always drunk.
And
they're not always drunk, but just you're always drinking something.
But when you factor in like wine at dinner, or you factor in like a nice coffee, like a specialty coffee in the mornings, that kind of stuff, like it's definitely worth it. Like you easily hit like you essentially have to hit like 4 or 5 drinks a day to get it your value. Like when you factor that,
easy.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, which 4 or 5 drinks a day is easy to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're staying up late, like at like because they have events like all the time. Like there's always something going on.
Yeah. We had a good time.
I also have. Do you know like this is a stupid question. You know different kinds of vodka. Like how there's like Tito. Like yeah. Do you know what Kettle One is?
Of course.
Is that a good one?
No.
No? Okay, because I have that up there.
It's cheap. I mean, vodka's vodka.
I've had some cheap vodka before. Dude, oh my god, what was there was literally a vodka that I got. It was a handle of vodka that was like $10. Like it was cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like cheap. I was like, what the fuck?
I drink Tito's. It's like I
like Tito's.
It's the happy medium, although it's from Texas. It's the happy medium of like a nice vodka, and it's still relatively cheap.
Yeah. That's what my parents typically drink. So like I have like when I showed you on stream before, like when I drink at home, typically if I'm drinking vodka, I'm drinking Tito's.
Yeah.
But
Tito's is great. I mean, we have a Knob Creek. Knob Creek is fantastic. Love it. Maker's Mark is great. Vladimir?
It was not Vladimir. I gotta
God.
Let me look it up. It was bad. Like I actually didn't know because this was the first time I'd really bought alcohol at school before, and like was like drinking like shitty alcohol. Like it was not good. I gotta look it up now. I'm just gonna look up.
This is good shit. This is what I highly recommend. Four Roses
Bourbon.
If you ever have that, it's terrific. Really smooth. You can just drink that straight. Four Roses Bourbon is delicious, super smooth. If you guys have had it in the comment section, let me know. But I really enjoy Four Roses. That's a go-to one. Quill is like, I love Four Roses.
I'm trying to like cheap vodka brands.
Ew, we got a gin fan here. I'm not a gin. I can't drink gin. Never been a gin fan.
I'm really trying to figure this out now. 'Cause it's gonna bug me if I can't figure out what brand this was.
Bankers Club?
No.
Woo! My goodness, Dwight.
What's happening? Talk to me.
One of Dwight's best dunks of the year. My goodness. Get some. Dwight. Welcome back. Dwight Howard, man. Dude is on a mission right now.
What was this alcohol called?
Sixers are up 19 points here, 8 minutes remaining. He's got 10 points in 12 minutes, 5 boards, 2 blocks, a steal, 2 turnovers, and a personal foul. He's a plus 12 tonight. Dwight Howard, we raved about him after the first half because he was terrific in that first half, continuing to show how inconsistent he really is, because when Dwight Howard is on, man, he is fun to watch. When he's off and he's a foul machine and a wrecking ball and just turnover machine, he's difficult to watch. So I don't know. What a tale of like two different players, because when Dwight Howard's playing smart basketball, he's awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm getting annoyed that I can't remember what this is.
Absolute?
I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna figure this out, because now I'm on a mission, because I cannot remember what it was for the life of me.
Oh, Sailor Jerry's. Yo, Nasty Nizzle used to drink Sailor Jerry's a lot. Awesome. Good at Manhattan. Who doesn't love a good Manhattan? My choice of drink, though, is an old fashioned. That is the best drink on the planet, hands down. If you disagree, you're wrong.
If you disagree, you're wrong.
A well-made old fashioned beats everything out there. Period. It is the most delicious drink. So, is that true? It's made from sheep's milk. What is that? I don't know if that's true or not, but old fashioned all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. We've got a Tom Collins fan here. Man, just now I'm craving an old fashioned.
I'm literally going into my ex-girlfriend's saved pictures just to find what this was, because I bought it when I was with her and I cannot remember what it was. Bothering the hell out of me. What is he? Blue Coats? And Philly has some Asian elderflower gins that are amazing. Oh, I thought he was talking about the Blue Coats for a second there. I got excited.
All right, guys.
I thought he was speaking my language for a second there. We're gonna find this out.
Sixers are up 19 points here in the fourth quarter. And yeah, old fashions, too many make a bad one. Completely agreed. Old fashions are not great when they're not made wrong. But if you find a place that makes them right, there's nothing better, man. There's nothing better. My dream is visiting Philly. Oh man, dude, that would be so cool if you visited Philly and we planned like some sort of like Philly's tailgate and we all met.
For real.
That would be so cool.
That would definitely be cool. You know what else would be really cool? If I could figure out what the hell this was called. That'd be really cool. You know, I'm just going to look at literally cheap vodka, and I'm going to click on something. We're going to find it. I'm determined now. Like, this is happening. I need to figure out. That's not what I need.
Yeah, Ferk. I see you, Ferk. Meanwhile, you see Joel and Ben Simmons laughing at Ferk on the bench. I wonder what they were laughing about. I would love to know that. Dunadu says Sixers win inbound. Korkmaz, nice little solid game by Furkan Korkmaz. 14 minutes, 9 points, 2 of 4 from 3. I love it. That's right. That's his wheelhouse right there. Oh my goodness gracious! Who is this guy? Who is this guy? What are we watching right now? My God, Dwight Howard. My goodness. Woo! I'm
about to give up on trying to figure out what kind of alcohol this was because literally don't know.
You're missing Dwight Howard right now.
All right, I'm gonna give up. I don't know. I don't want to miss Dwight Howard's last prime.
My God, Dwight Howard has been terrific. The Dwight and Shake Milton duo have been really strong off the bench. Shake 10 points, Dwight 12 points.
Are they looking like my comparison early in the year of Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell?
Not even close.
No.
But it's promising. But it's like they looked like Shake's only shooting 4 of 12 from the field.
Yeah.
But they look more efficient, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. I mean, that's what we want from out. That's what we want out of them. It's important. Like realistically, this bench unit has been not great.
Steven, go to bed.
Steven, we might have to put you in timeout. We may have to put user in timeout. We may have to keep these comments up, man. Come on, starting to look like Nadir over here. Only the real ones know who Nadir is and what he says in these comments.
Oh, that's great. All right, guys. Sixers are rolling here to a W. They are up. Oh, my gosh. What are we at now?
102-76.
Whew, this is nice. 16-8, outscoring Dallas here in the fourth quarter. Dwight Howard had like a little I need to see. Can you find that replay of Dwight Howard's last bucket? Because it was smooth. It was super. I had no idea Dwight even had that in his repertoire. Dwight Howard hit a bucket.
You could be on Twitter.
10. I don't know. Maybe it was 10 feet out, and it looked nice.
I think I already found it.
Really?
I think Brock put it up there already.
My goodness.
Our man Brock himself. Hold on.
I never knew Dwight had it in him.
We are going to go to Chrome tab. All right, let's see here. Oh, dang it. Hold on. I got to turn on sound.
Oh, that's his dunk. You have the post play?
Do I have the post play?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I don't know. Let me look more. No, we're gonna stop screen sharing while I look through my timeline. I don't know what you never know what can pop up on Twitter.
I was talking more so about Dwight Howard hit a runner like a floater in the lane here that was incredible. So it just looked incredibly smooth because smooth is not a word that you normally explain to Dwight Howard with the ball in his hands, and it looked good.
You know, I'm seeing a lot of the Dwight Howard dunk. Dwight Howard dunk is everywhere, but I don't see the floater you're talking of.
It was right after.
Yeah, I think people were too focused on the dunk. Literally, Surge posted it, NBA Twitter posted it, Bleacher Report, Sixers posted it, John Clark posted it, at literally everybody. NBA on ESPN. Everybody posted that one. So I don't think anyone was paying attention to the floater.
Another missed dunk by the Mavericks. It's almost like Dwight Howard pulled a Space Jam, stole the Mavericks' powers, and now Dwight went from missing dunks to the Mavericks missing dunks. Yeah, I said Space Jam.
Dunder says Dwight Human. My goodness. Chris Nunn says, screw the Nets, play our game, and Morey will adjust accordingly at the deadline. I smell buyouts. See, here's the only issue with that.
Uh-huh.
You can control more when it comes to trades. Buyouts, it's tough to – you have to hope that a buyout candidate is gonna want to come here and get minutes. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. Realistically, it's not like we have a starting spot to offer or like a big spot for a guy to come here and get a lot of PT. Like you're looking for right now, we're looking for guys like probably the 8th, 9th man on the bench in the buyout market.
Yep.
So it's tough to find that right now, unless you have guys that are just willing to come in and they want to win. And I think that's why I think a guy like Wayne Ellington could be perfect. Because I think that's a guy who could get bought out, and I think he could be a guy who would be willing to come here and just get like bench minutes, being that shooter off the bench.
Be down for that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. So you just have to kind of hope you guys stay healthy here, and just just enjoy it. The Sixers are the number one team in the East Conference. Like I feel like like how it's crazy how the narrative changes so much. Majority of the people here thought the Sixers were like a 3rd or 4th seed heading into the season this year. Now they're the first team, and now like they have to win the championship. Like that's like just enjoy it.
That's my thing too. Is like earlier this season, we weren't sitting here saying these guys are title contenders. We weren't. We were sitting there saying like they're contenders to possibly get there, but we weren't sitting here saying like, oh, they're definite like title contenders, like they're coming out of the East. I mean, I don't think people are still saying like they're coming out of the East for sure, but like it's definitely the expectations have risen a lot. And like that's part of the reason why I'm still in that mindset of like, do we really want to make that big move for a guy like Kyle Lowry who's on a 1-year deal? You know what I mean? That's another reason why I'm like, I don't want to rush it. Like I don't want to do the same thing we did when we had a good thing, like a decent thing going with Robert Covington and Dario Saric as decent role players around Ben and Joel. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, you're right.
But so, and mind you, like I understand once again, like I said this before the game, like scared money don't make money. Like you got to sacrifice some things if you want to win. Win now at least, but it's still like that. That's my thought on things.
Dwight Howard just ruined a perfect night by taking a 3-point shot.
Oh no! He thought he was hot from everywhere.
Tyrese Maxey getting his first burn of the night.
Old school load management.
All right, guys. 4 minutes left. We'll be doing a post-game show very, very soon. Sixers are up 21 points. Loving this game right now. We'll be doing a post-game show momentarily. Hang with us, guys. We'll be switching to a new stream. Please be sure to like, though. Hit that, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. Follow us on Twitch, at The Paint Lines on Twitter, thepaintlines.com, Facebook, Instagram. You name it, guys. It's going to be fun. This is a good win. This is my first watch party in a while. So, yeah. I guess the common thing is when I host, we win. Is that correct, Justin?
It is. That is a very common thing, dude. For real. Dude, when I host, we suck for some reason. I don't know what it is. I think we've literally won like one game when I've been hosting.
It's called host when Joel Embiid plays. That's pretty much all it is. No.
Dude, but for real though, like it feels like I think almost every single game that I've hosted, we've had one of our guys not in there.
We have Costa saying, "What's up? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining." We're going to be doing a new stream. We're moving on to another stream very, very soon. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Dunderdy says we have next season as well. I agree. So it's one of those things that I'm just glad I'm not making that call.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Really you know whatever happens, so they're going to get crucified.
The thing is, like, if they do make that move for Kyle Lowry, like, I trust that Daryl Morey will find supporting pieces to build around that.
Yeah.
So that's also a thing.
No, I don't disagree with that.
Like Isaiah Joe's gonna be great. Oh man, Tyrese Maxey misses the layup. A Mavericks player catches the ball in midair and just throws it at his head, straight in the head, and it's out of bounds on Maxey.
I'll tell you what, you gotta love the old school load management. Embiid only played 27 minutes today.
All right. Oh man. All right, guys, we're counting down to a W here. Ooh, nice, like 3 from distance. Finney, I think. Man, a lot of good positives from this game so far. Embiid didn't have a really good game, but everyone else, and Tobias, like typically this game is led by your big 3, and no bench scoring at all. Yeah. And you saw some guys step up today, and that is what you want to see. Really, I think a really promising game. That's kind of
that you needed to see. It's what you need to see, really. Like obviously you got guys like Joel and Ben and everybody like that. They're gonna be on and off some nights, but like our bench has been killing us lately. So it's nice to see those guys step up and get a win for the team. It's encouraging. James Johnson, you see that play? James Johnson just hit it off Tyrese Maxey's shoulder when they were out of bounds. That's a veteran move right there, as they would say. Let's hope that the young Sixers bench can keep them afloat.
Yeah, according to this stat, the Sixers have the worst scoring bench in the NBA. They average 31.1 points a game, which is worth dead last in the NBA. What's their
That's really good.
Yeah.
My God, that's been an issue for us for so long now, it feels like.
Second worst efficiency. What's the 3-point percentage? Worst 3-point percentage in the NBA.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you look at this game here, and where are we at with this game? Sixers have 24, 30, 39, 41 points from the bench in this game. When's the last time the Sixers bench scored 41 freaking points? I guarantee you it's been a while.
It's probably been like within the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, you'd love to see that. So there's a lot of positives. Like the Sixers bench really needs to step up, especially in the second half of the season, because you look at Joel, Ben, Tobias. Those guys are logging a lot of minutes. They're playing a lot of minutes. You got to get those guys fresh for the playoffs. That bench, that depth, that's a main key here. Not only to keep the Sixers number 1 seed and get them ready and get home games against Brooklyn, but show that that they're better than what they have been the last month of the season.
Here's the other thing too: the next half of the season is looking like it's going to be kind of tough for the Sixers.
Yeah.
Did you look at it?
Wait, it came out?
Yeah, it came out today.
Shit. No, I worked all day. I haven't
or it might have come out yesterday, actually.
right,
So it's been out. But, it's not an easy schedule. Don't look easy.
So my work schedule is I try to like front load my work week Monday through Thursday and then have a half day on Friday. That's a typical schedule for me. That way I can like watch WandaVision, work a few hours, and then go home and take a nap.
I get it. I get it. Right now I'm looking for the schedule so I can bring it up.
Sixers G League Bluecoats could be our second team. That's not true at all.
God, that is not true. Trust me, I watch them every night. I promise you that's not true. Don't get me wrong. I love the Bluecoats, but no. There's a reason why I want Tyrese Maxey down there, and he's on the second team.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Tyrese Maxey would be so fun to watch on that team.
That's what I mean, dude. It sucks. I want him down there so bad.
Dude, he would look great. And on that type of pace, like he would be so fun to watch.
Yep, I completely agree. Share. Let's take off that. Share screen.
Isaiah Joe. Bang! Isaiah Joe. Love to see that. Isaiah Joe from deep.
So, real quick, here is the. Is it gonna work? There it is. Here's the next schedule.
Oh, I didn't even see this.
Yeah. Look at that west. Look at while we're on that Western Coast trip right here, and the end of March.
Oh my goodness.
Those 4 games right there. Oof.
Yep.
Realistically, like that whole the whole like back end of March is like not a fun schedule.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, this is what people have been calling out. Like Mike was on our pregame show calling out the Sixers because who have they won? Are their wins fool's gold? We're going to see it in March.
Yep. For real. Like for real. Especially that last week. Like the last 2 weeks, really.
Yep.
It's going to be very teams like the Lakers and the Clippers and the Nuggets again.
What's the date of the trade deadline?
That's an amazing question.
Because I feel like it's
Hey Siri, what's the date of the NBA trade deadline?
I feel like it's right after that stretch.
No,
It's like the end of March.
When is the NBA trade deadline? Well, this says 2020, February 6th, so that's obviously not true. Hold on.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here and go on to our post-game show. Sixers are about to take the W. So, guys, please join us. We're going to end broadcast here. Start with
Drop a like real quick.
Drop a like. See you guys on the other side.